Well, kia ora te whanau and welcome here to Wellington as we get you set for some Tuesday night hoops right down the end now of the NZNBL and the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Yep, this is the start of the final round before the playoffs, and we've got a doozy tonight. We've got the Wellington Saints and the Canterbury Rams. These two teams are 1 and 2 in the NZNBL, and they're both in the top 4 in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. So we're going to get two games of high-quality basketball games tonight. Lindsay Tate, former Tall Blacks point guard, with us. And Lindsay, I think we lucked in with this game tonight, didn't we, on the roster?
Absolutely. Kia ora, Glenn. Kia ora, te whanau. Really lucked out, man. First game of the week, but potentially the biggest with the implications on the line. So excited to have this one this evening.
Indeed. Let's check out the starting lineups as both teams just go through their final preparations before tip-off. And first of all, there is the Sky Broadband Rapid League standings. Still to be determined who wins the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Well, Nelson are in the box seat. They win that last game, they will definitely win. But there we are, third versus fourth. And the Rams and Saints have had excellent seasons in both leagues, haven't they?
They have, absolutely, and it shows to the depth of their program and what both organizations are doing throughout not only this season, but years previous as well.
Indeed, there have always been two of the benchmark teams for sure in recent years as we check out the bottom half of that Sky Broadband Rapid League table. Right, let's check out the starting lineups now. And, well, there's been a few issues for the Wellington Saints again. We'll get to them in just a moment. But we've seen a late addition to the Canterbury Rams team. That's going to be number 20, Brody Cooper. Jonty Bond is playing. Mana Martin off a 29-point game against the Taranaki Airs. Ihaka Kate and Tony Worthington, the other players. But Brody Cooper being brought in at the last minute. Taylor Britt is not going to play the NZNBL game, which has seen a reshuffle further down the ranks. So Cooper gets another chance to play today. Young fella out of North Harbour who's studying at Lincoln University right now. Here is the starting five today. We've got Caslow Evans Jr., Heke, Gold and Richards back from illness, number 24. And also coming in, Keelan Ma'alongo, who is a rookie from Kapiti. Played one game in the NZNBL. He's been called in at late notice because of a bit of illness in the Saints camp as well. So he'll be wearing number 9 in this game. And there is the head-to-heads as we look. Pretty mixed forms from both teams. Although Canterbury have won 4 of their last 5. Their points scored, Lindsay, is pretty impressive. Although the points allowed, their defence maybe not as tight as Wellington's.
Yeah, it's a high-scoring affair, the Rapid League. It's fast and it's quick. And you can see they're putting a lot of points on the board, but leaking a few as well, like you said.
They like that little head-to-head matchup too. Scoring power of Mana Martin against the on-court guile and enthusiasm of Caslow Evans. Going to be quite the battle.
Yeah, Kaz right now, he's third, I believe, in MVP voting for the Rapid League, having another great season there. But as you mentioned off air, Glenn, he's also putting up big numbers or big minutes for them in the sales competition as well, in great form heading into the finals. Well, that was an air ball, jump ball. It's rare that you see them.
I don't think I've seen that this season. Hey, there we go, nice job by Heke.
Also worth mentioning, pretty good guard, Tama Isaac, unavailable today. He's away with the World Under-19, so won't be available his firepower for the Rapid League.
Sam Gold can't get the angle on that drive. So here come the Rams. And now there goes the 3 from Bond, and it's short. Just getting the rebound there was Kate. But here comes Evans.
That's Ihaka Kate. His brother Tawhiri Kate is away right now with the New Zealand Under-16 team, who are touring through China right now.
Some experience for young players as Evans. Oh, that's a lovely start for Caslow Evans.
He looks confident and aggressive coming out the gate right here. Just lined him up for that 3. Beautiful start for the Saints.
He was awesome off the bench too against Hawke's Bay. And there is a flashy play, but sadly for Canterbury, Kate couldn't nail it.
You know, with Kaz, he's going to bring that energy and he's going to push the pace and control the game like a real steady halfback in a game of league.
Ooh, lovely finish from Heke there.
Yeah, that is nice. And watching him in warm-ups, he is an athlete, man. Seen him do some between-the-legs action, easy on the ring. Long boy.
Yeah. So a good start for the Saints here. Here's Martin. 3 ball, and that is getting Canterbury on the board with number 20, Brody Cooper, getting the first bucket for them.
And the late insertion, he looks really comfortable. Missed that first one, but was not hesitant at all with the long closeout and knocked them down from the corner.
Heke for three this time, and he is starting to heat up nicely. Yeah, and he loves it. I reckon he should poke his chest out.
He looked like he was, and both teams have come out shooting this thing great from the perimeter start early off here, first 2 minutes.
Martin. Nice play from him. Just got a bit of space from Sam Gold, and he took advantage.
Mana's really found himself this last little bit. He's really come into his game and looks like he's growing a little bit. And like you said, had a huge game last game in the Rapid League. Almost had 30 in 16 minutes.
Crazy numbers as we see Kate push the ball. That's a nice drive, but unfortunately not finished there by Bond. And here comes the Saints, who've got a foul mid-court. Yeah, it's interesting, Mana Martin, we talk about him, 29 points against the Taranaki Airs the other day. A little unlucky perhaps not to make that New Zealand under-19 team.
I was just thinking the same thing, you know, but it's great to see his response, you know, and sometimes in these scenarios, it's, you know, you take a hit like that, miss a big competition, and it's hard to get off the canvas, but Mana's obviously taken the opposite to that, and he's gone to the gym and he's worked on his game, and he's getting a little bit more opportunity with some of these boys missing, and he's taking advantage of it. That's all you can do.
Martin was part of that New Zealand under-17 team last year that had finished fourth at that World Cup.
It's right at highest finish ever in the youth basketball tournament in the history of Aotearoa.
Yes, and we know 4 or 5 of those players from that squad have graduated to this under-19 team. It's currently in Switzerland and won their first 2 games. Here's Evans. Nice defensive stop there by Canterbury, and it is Martin. Nice. See what Canterbury can make of this. It's Cooper. Back to Martin again. Comes off the screen from Worthington. Oh. Heke almost with a block there, but it is going to be a foul.
Nice read there by Mana. Came off that on-ball screen, and they switched it kind of in a low drop scenario, and he just took advantage, was aggressive, forced the referee to make a call. Rangi Maria Dugumita checking into the game for his first minutes.
So Martin at the line. What response are we going to get from those blokes in the main game? They lost to Taranaki. Fascinating as Martin gets the second free throw from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
It's awesome to see them sitting on the bench, you know, during Rapid League and supporting their teammates, their bench during the game, and giving back what is about to take place in the next game when these brothers do the same thing and passing on that knowledge. Big part of the Rapid League.
Here's Evans again. Shot clock down to 8. Gold with the offensive rebound almost. Oh! Skills there from Martin, but it's been tipped into the hands of Heke by Gold. Sam Gold again.
The last shot here if they want it, the Saints. 2-3 seconds differential.
It can be interesting to see how they handle this here.
Little on ball, Luca Richards. Nice, nice.
Meter for 3. And that is just away as the shot clock expired, but that might count because the offensive rebound, the other one hit the rim, so that's 2 points for Wellington. And they're going to close out that quarter with a 10-6 lead over the Canterbury Rams.
A beautiful putback there by Luca Richards. That was a beautiful play as well. You've seen the little corner cut, and Rangi Maria Dougal just slid to the open spot for a nice look at 3, and it missed, but his offensive rebounds knew where the shot was coming from and took advantage of that. Great quarter from the Saints.
Last time the teams met was back in late March, right at the start of the season. The Saints won 29-25 in Christchurch. Something to do with double over the Rams this season. And how about that? It's worth a double, isn't it? That large pepperoni.
It sure is.
Bargain, $30 for all that pizza. Scan the QR code. That is valid until next Tuesday.
Can't see him in picture here, but it's the legend Chris Tupu on the board there. One of the greats that came out of here, one of the great guards in front of Coach Aaron Young, one of the top upcoming coaches in the country.
Great to see Chris coaching, just like his wife Tanya.
Absolutely, they're awesome. Massive to the game.
It's been an awesome influence on the players at the Tokomanawa Queens the last couple of years.
Still in the gym, still giving back to the game. Awesome to see, part of the whakapapa. So let's see how Canterbury start the second quarter. They're down by 4. Little zone action here from the Saints out of the quarter break.
Oh, it has got the roll off the rim. Mana Martin for 3.
It looked like they were waiting for Kaz to bump on the wing there, and it didn't come, and he just knocked down the 3. Too much airspace.
Martin has 6 points.
Right now they've only got Maxwell Darling or Max Darling on their bench, the Rams, so just opting to play out with 5 so far in the Rapid League, no subs.
It'll be interesting to see if they go the whole game with this strategy. Is Heke. It's a little uncomfortable for Tyrell Cage Heke. Here he is, Max Darling. He has been used occasionally in the Rapid League.
It's like they only really use him if they have to, if there's foul trouble or some real fatigue. And that was great defense on the previous play by Cooper, just getting his chest in front, taking that hit. See the Rams get into their little zone action here and get the ball to the nail, free throw line.
Oh, blocked by Heke. That's a nice recovery there from Ihaka Kate. Didn't lose his composure there, Lindsay.
Yeah, the lucky lefty, you know what I mean? Just playing off 2 feet and stayed with it, and that was a beautiful little putback. Great take by Kaz there, just getting by hips, being aggressive to the rim, and he'll get rewarded with a couple of free throws.
I reckon they won't want to play Max Darling at the end of the day as we see that block again. Kate did really well there to stay at it there and get the 2 points anyway. A lot of stake for the Canterbury Rams in this main game. I reckon they'll want all their pieces of the puzzle, especially with Taylor Britt not playing now.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not going to put him out there unless they really have to. You know, they would hate anything to happen to him in a game of this magnitude in the Rapid League, but I'm sure if they need to put him out there for a couple minutes, he'll do it.
Evans at the free throw line from the Chemist Warehouse stripe gets that second free throw. So back to a tied ball game. Nice little start for Canterbury in this second quarter. A little 5-0 run for them. Here's Martin. That one is short that time. It's going to be Wellington ball.
Yeah, they went zone for 2 possessions and it came back to bite them, so matched up on that one and got an air ball out of it. So I'd say the Saints will stay matched up for a little bit here. And Canterbury doing what they normally do and extending. Oh, man.
What was that?
I mean, that's a move not to be that guy. I use that move a lot, but that's like when we're at our own baseline trying to score, you know what I mean, off out of bounds, and they kind of try and block who's coming through. But yeah, generally not in that scenario, and that not that long of a pass.
That's right, Saints concede those 2 points. Now Evans.
Ooh, nice cross.
That was a very nice piece of footwork there as Evans is fouled again. Will go to shoot 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Kaz's angles are really good, Glenn, for a smaller guard. He's really good at winning the real estate battle on the ground, you know, and taking away people's ability to jump and extending away from them, which is so valuable as a smaller guard, but very crafty and tough.
He's got good blood in, isn't he? Kaz.
Sure does. Daddy could play a little bit.
Exactly. Dad, a former NBL player.
And through all the junior ranks, Kaz Sr. was like, he was the guy, you know, he won all the MVPs of all of the junior stuff and through secondary schools, and had a real solid NBL career as well. Still coaching in the game.
Gets the second free throw this time. I look forward to seeing Tohi Smith-Milner playing against his old team a bit later on.
It'll be fun. There's a lot of high-level talent going to take place tonight on the court, and some out there right now.
He is right there. Smith-Milner, Jordan Natai as well. Got a shot of him just a moment ago. They'll match up together.
Yeah, that'll be a fun matchup. A lot of great matchup of beards as well.
Exactly. Goes the mid-range jumper from Bond, and here comes Saints again through Evans.
Nice rebound from the smaller guard.
Oh, that's a good drive. Just a little bit spinny off the backboard, and this one remains tight halfway through the second quarter. Martin looking away on goal. That's nice from Mana Martin, but pretty much a replica of what happened to Dougal Meter at the other end of the court.
Yeah, just both of them leaving a little bit long, a little bit too much bounce off the backboard. Great find.
Richards. Martin's got it.
I think Richards might be a little bit under the weather from some of the reports coming out of there, but he's thugging it out and playing.
Brody Cooper, his second 3 of the game.
He looked good out there for a young man who wasn't even supposed to suit a couple of hours ago. He's come and slot right in, so it's next man up mentality, and looks like they've used their player time out here, the Saints.
That is one of the great mysteries that we will be struggling to solve anytime soon. Why you'd use a BNZ player timeout with 1:21 to play.
So that you can get this plug-in right here?
Yeah, well, which I'll do. Get your ticket to the big game, folks. Is there time for you to get a ticket at this game? Probably still is. Speaking of tickets, remember BNZ is supporting the next generation of Kiwi basketballers. Of course, with so much at stake coming up over the next little while, tickets are going to be as rare as hen's teeth around the country for these playoff games.
I have to say, man, the Saints do a great job of putting on a real professional show when you go to their events. You know, they always pack it out and it's a good vibe. It's fun. They put on a quality product. So hats off to them.
It's worth mentioning too that even though there's a lot at stake with the top seed in that main game, that's a lovely finish from Ihaka Kate.
Put him in the spin cycle there. And again, love the way that Ihaka's playing off 2 feet, balanced, under control, strong, gives himself the ability to counter. Great catch there too, Ihaka on the defense, forcing a turnover from Mana Martin on the drop.
There's Kate, nice pass. Oh, yeah, that's Cooper.
Yo. Damn, okay.
They are absolutely smoking the Saints in this quarter.
Man, where you say that kid come from?
North Harbour. He's originally from North Harbour, but he's
Man.
studying down at Lincoln University at the moment.
I did not see that when he was at North Harbour. That is impressive.
He almost took off from outside the key there.
Yeah, 2 foot, 2 hand in traffic. So
I want to tell you that Canterbury is outscoring the Saints 14-2 in this quarter, 14-3 now.
and that foul was a bonus foul. So for the last, not a lot of time, but anytime they foul, they'll be shooting the Saints.
Yeah, just mentioning before, that even though there's a lot at stake in this Cells NBL game, tipping off at 7 between these two teams, top seed is the reward for the Saints if they win. But regardless of the result, both teams will host games in the playoffs.
Yes.
And I've been told today that there's only 200 tickets left for the Rams' first semi-final game, and tickets to the Saints game go on sale at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Members pre-sale is on at the moment.
That's right.
So those tickets are going to be in hot demand. Yeah, there's a little player block from Hickey.
Great rim protection right now from Hickey. They were in a zone on that position, the Saints, and
well,
he just covered up that
was one of
the back end.
Best blocks I've seen in the Rapid League. Awesome.
He's an athlete.
Max Starling's got some court time as well as Evans goes for 3. Canterbury can really ice this quarter with a buzzer beater here. Well, he unloaded a little bit too early there, Jonty Bond.
They had their player timeout. You could see
Yeah.
Coach Connolly and Max Starling kind of signaling for it, but it wasn't really with any intent, so they just left it and ended up firing up a full court shot.
Oh, Darling! That would have really hurt the Saints.
That was, yeah. Man, I don't know if I've ever seen that. He threw it straight to him with 1.5 for a 3.
There's that block again from Hickey. Wow.
Man, outstanding. He's had a couple of them tonight. He looks good. Really like his game.
Good with Canterbury in that quarter. They outscored the Saints 14-3 and have taken control on the scoreboard.
Yeah, real balanced attack. Brody Cooper, impressive couple threes and the dunk in traffic. And Mana Martin as well with 6 and 3 boards to go with that. Balanced effort for them right now.
Don't forget the main game, rather the Cells NBL game, starts at 7 o'clock. Let's check out the Chemist Warehouse stats for this one at halftime. Cooper, as he touched on, Martin, but Evans, he's just doesn't stop.
Always in there, Energizer Bunny, at both ends. You wouldn't expect anything less from Kaz.
Hickey having a good game too with those 5 points. Just a solitary rebound, but when the blocks one comes up, the blocks category comes up, he'll be shining like a beacon.
Mana's in there, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, kind of stuffing the stat sheet. Ability to get to the ever-elusive 5-5-5. Kind of a Rapid League triple-double.
There's Hickey there with his 2 blocks, that second one in particular. Special, already 5 steals for the Rams. Wellington's got to tidy that up.
Yeah, a few too many turnovers there for the Saints right now. Working with 5 to the Canterbury's only got one, and that's probably the difference in the second quarter there, Glenn. Just too many loss of ball, live ball as well, and turning into points at the other end in transition for the Rams. Really like those Wellington pinstripe uniforms.
Yeah, the sharp, eh?
Yeah, look like that's the old school Wellington colors, right?
Yeah,
like
man.
a yellow. Oh.
Black and gold, mate. Black and gold.
Okay, black and gold. My fault. My fault.
No, I'm only winding up, mate.
No, that's fair. Sure, someone took offense to it. My apologies.
Well, 7-point deficit, Lindsay. It's still not beyond the realms of possibility that Wellington get out of this.
You're not all 3-possession game, 2 quarters to go, but it's a quick one, so time to get busy if you're the Saints. Had a great start.
This goal being fouled here by Kate.
Really like that action, just getting Sam Gold playing downhill. He'll get fouled, so get a little baseline out of bounds here for the Saints. No, they've got him on the pickup. You get a couple of free throws, even better if you're the Saints.
Sam Gold would like to nail these.
Brother of Ben Gold, who was the first brother from Aotearoa to go to the NBA Academy in Australia, and he's plying his trade over in one of the top schools in the States right now. Real talented whānau.
Tight here from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in this game. It's 4 from 8.
Make those 4 free throws and it's a 2-point game.
100%. It's amazing how often that you can do that sort of mathematics in basketball. Good defense played by Wellington here. Canterbury Rams really struggling to get a good look, although they hustled.
It's Cooper again.
Yeah, there's the 3-ball from Bond. And that really hurts Wellington.
It does. They had a great start at the other end and got a couple off the line, but then just give up an O board and gets sprayed straight out for a 3. That hurts.
Evans, that's just pure muscle and determination, that basket.
Yeah, and he sees Cooper out there, Bond, just one of the only guards probably his size in the competition, Cass, so he just kind of took the bully route on that one.
Good pass into Martin. Martin, he's been called for steps. No basket for Mana Martin. Martin showing his talent again.
Rams will stay extended here defensively. Just take time off the clock a little bit. Max Darling's out sitting again. Came in for a little 20-second hit.
36 seconds,
there you
actually.
go.
36. Here's Evans. Cracked this tough Canterbury defense
Pass.
again. Richards, nice fake there, and the finish from Luca Richards.
Great setup from his PG there, but Richards perfect on the wheel. Just got to where he was supposed to for the easy finish.
Working off Ihaka Kate.
Good find.
Tony Worthington. There is a foul for Canterbury. Worthington.
A little bit of corridor from the fellas after that one. It was a great little play from Canterbury. No corner fill. Just played off that little on ball. Threw it down the pipe. Great contest from Tyrell as well. Just got caught for the foul, unfortunately.
Worthington, he's been going at 4 points per game in the Rapid League this season. 3 rebounds as well. He's got on court 5 times in the Cells NBL.
Listen, man, don't try and shake my hand after hitting me to the ground, bro.
Exactly. That was an ice-cold response from Hecky, wasn't it? No, man, I'm not shaking your hand. Here comes goal. Back to 6 points. Evans with that trademark run down the middle again. Getting the result this time as Bond looks to put the pace high here for Canterbury.
Getting deep onto that smile whenever he wants though right now, Kaz. Off that wing on ball.
Tipped there by Google Meter. Now Richards. Canterbury have scored just the 2 points so far in this third quarter. Need to narrow that gap. Heck yeah, hustled off the ball there. Worthington picks it up. Now Martin.
He hit the corner on that one, Dougal Meter, but decided to go down the pipe, down the slot, and got the turnover. Oh.
Dougal Meter is going to be called for the foul.
That went back to the banter previous. right? It did, and he knocked one of his teammates to the ground. So this time, the kind of veteran of this group, Dougal Meter, just ran straight through his midsection, and you can see that Mr. Worthington's still trying to breathe. It's one you'll give up every now and then if you're a player. You're running through those screens for the guards. And only 3 fouls to get you on the bonus for Rapid League. That's 2 for the Saints.
Bond for 3. Gold with the rebound for the Saints.
And they got lucky there. He was wide open off that on ball. Good find.
Gold for 3. And that's a sweet shot from Sam Gold.
It was beautiful, just letting the ball work and rhythm 3, but Canterbury just getting a little bit lost in their defensive transition on that possession.
To a 3-point game now, Gold up to 4 points. On. Use that pace. And he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse strike for 2 free throws.
But that was a relatively good contest. There wasn't a lot of contact on it from young Tyrell Kecheke, but he'll get called for the foul.
For Coach Liam Connolly to think about. John T. Bond, a 19-year-old, second season at the Rams, studying at Canterbury University.
3 assists, 3 points.
He's featured in one NBL game earlier on in the season, and that was against the Saints. So he got 50 seconds of that game as Saints, rather the Rams, put the Saints away comfortably in that earlier clash this year.
Brody Cooper's quietly slotted in and gone up to double digits already in Rapid League, so great effort for him already in the first 3 quarters of this. Kaz will continue to play off the swing on ball.
Richards over to Dougal Meter for 3. Yeah, that's a good shot right over the top there of one of those Canterbury players. I think it was Kate. Good comeback by Wellington here. Well, down by 7, remember.
That was the young Cooper, I believe. And
yeah,
he's got to know
Cooper.
the scout on that. Dougal Meter is one of the best shooters in the Saints team.
Bond straight back at the Wellington Saints.
And that's the one previous. I said they dodged a bullet by getting so far off his body, and I don't know what they're doing on that on-ball screen there, but he's getting way too much separation. That's too easy for a shooter of his caliber.
So Evans is going to soak it down for the last play.
Great pass.
Gold finishes nicely.
Great corner cut there by Sam Gold. Defender lost vision and just took advantage of it, cutting straight to the smile. Kaz with the fine, easy layup. Cut this thing to 2, heading into the 4th.
Yeah, it's a 5-point game for the Saints in that third quarter. So the Rams up by 2 with 1 quarter left in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
Pretty balanced by both teams, Glenn. Going to be an exciting 4th.
Wouldn't pick the winner out of this one.
Kaz putting up a pretty impressive stat line, 8, 2, and 3 already, and only 12 minutes to play. Did a better job of looking after the ball, the Saints. Only 1 turnover in that quarter, which led to them cutting back into this lead. Canterbury doubled theirs, and they were up to 3, so the possession game is big.
Evans on 8 points for the Saints, Sam Gold on 6. And for Canterbury, it's Cooper with 10, Bond and Martin with 6 each. Mentioning again to every basket counts on the points percentage table.
Wellington always got the best DJ too, Glenn, on the wheels of steel. See, get him going over there.
There with 3 as we start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they'll go with the same starters, but Dougal Meter will finish this quarter here for the Saints, the veteran of the group.
A chance for Wellington to take the lead.
Rams still opting to go with their 5 and leave Max on the bench. Kaz Evans Jr. right on cue.
Wellington hit the lead.
It's when the great point guards know what to do. They know when to facilitate, they know when to be aggressive, and this is the time to get aggressive. 4th quarter winning time.
11 points for Evans. Strong move by Kate, but it's been defended by Wellington Evans.
You've got to know the scout there. He's left-handed. They've got to do a better job of keeping him off that left hand, Ihaka.
Oh, to keep possession there, Heke. That's put back into Canterbury's hands. What about Gold almost pinching it? Now Martin.
Oh.
Slight communication, but it's still going to be Canterbury ball with Dougal Meter whacking it away.
He saw Cooper there and seen him get that dunk earlier in the game, so he thought he'd throw that thing up there, but it got a deflection.
There's Martin.
With the mismatch there with the big, and they get it back to him and just space the court for Mana to do his thing. Oh, hands up.
Nice. Rotation here out to Kate. And Kate is hammered there by Gold.
Yeah, just a sloppy closeout, unfortunately, and Ihaka blew by, and Sam Gold will pick up the foul. Head boy of Christ College, I believe.
Kate brothers are good. The Isaac brothers are good.
A lot of talented brothers. The Gold brothers are good.
Yeah.
The Isaac brothers are pretty good.
Yeah. Both of them are good, aren't they? Ihaka and Kate going to the line here.
Oh, and these are some of the most important brothers in the game, the Towel Boys. This is where the real ones start their journey. Mopping
Look
up
at
the
Dougal
sweat.
Meter.
You know what I mean? That's where you really do. You sit there and you watch and you listen and you feel and you hear some of the cuss words you shouldn't hear, and you see them compete and you mop up the sweat. And man, hopefully one day you get to run around and one of the other young brothers will do it too. So love to all the floor wipers out there, man. Appreciate you all.
Here's Kate from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Canterbury still going pretty well. They're 5 from 7 from the free throw line, and Kate gives his team the lead by 1 again.
Free throws win ball games. They'll stay in this extended pressure here off free throws, the Rams. Kind of smoke and mirrors though, fall back into a quarter court man.
Here's Gold.
Good D, great D. Hands out, chest in front.
Shut that lane down, didn't he? Evans off target that time. Okay. Martin. Almost in trouble there, but he does manage to find a teammate, and it's Cooper who gets 2 valuable points there for the Rams.
Real strong finish by Cooper over the much bigger Gold. Just strong off 2 feet, laid him down. Great hands.
Ooh, that was nicely done by Bond. And here comes Cooper again. Tipped away by Heke. And it's still going to be Canterbury ball.
That was great D there by Kaz Jr. Just contesting at the ring. Keeping his hands out, not fouling.
Oh, Chris Tupu, the intensity. Love it.
But right here, 1 possession game, 2 minutes. Anybody's ball game.
That 3 here would be just a ticket for Canterbury, won't it? Bond wants to soak up a bit of time on the clock, perhaps.
He's got the big out front.
Yeah, he's in trouble there. Richards.
Hit the mismatch there, but just a little bit unsure.
Here's a 3 ball for Gold. He's away. Dougal Meter.
Great crash.
Well, Canterbury have it. Oh, yes, they still have it in possession.
They got lucky there. Canterbury could have easily turned that one over. And I like this here by Bond just controlling the pace.
Martin, no foul. Messy from both teams at the moment. And that's going to be Saints ball. Martin just losing control there.
Good hands, great hustle by Richards.
Dougal Meter.
Said it wasn't the prettiest of plays, but it was
Effective.
effective.
That's right.
Give them a position when they need it the most. Say they'll continue to play off the swing on ball with Kaz Jr. here. Luca Richards.
They need to score here, the Saints, don't they? Heke. Canterbury's defense, that zone defense, as we see Evans.
Oh,
Trying to crack off an ankle there on Johnny Bond. Richards with the offensive rebound, and I think that's come off him. Yes, it's Canterbury ball with 1:07 left.
love the energy on the O glass. Unfortunately, doesn't get rewarded there, but that's just what the Saints need. Just jamming into those boards hard. Saints will extend a little bit here with only a minute of live play left.
On. Martin. Work off. Martin look for a big three. And there's a foul. Contest for the ball there. Is that going to go against Digwamita?
I'm not sure what's going on with the Saints group that's out there right now, this 5, but on these on-ball screens out high, these two-man interactions, they're a little bit late or lost, and they're going to need to clean that up these last 53 seconds. They're dodging a few misses here from the Canterbury's hot shooters.
Very low scoring last quarter, just 4-3 in Canterbury's favour.
A lot of perimeter threes, but it is 2025, Glenn.
Yes,
here's another one for you.
And that's well away, and it's picked up by the Rams. Nice push there to Martin. Now, is this going to seal the game? Yes! Brody Cooper, who started the scoring with that three, as he finished it for Canterbury.
Really, if you're the Saints, you know, that comes down to the previous possession. You easily could have cut this thing to 1, but you're up for a kind of semi-rush contested 3, and ends up coming down this end, and you get hit with a 3, and you're down 6 before you know it's game time. They're just going to let the clock run out on them here, the Saints.
No need for Canterbury to even call a BNZ player timeout. As Bond soaks up all this time, the 24 seconds has expired. There still might be a tiny bit of time on the shot clock, or the game clock rather, but it looks like it's done.
I think they were actually trying to foul Mana Martin there, but they didn't call it to stop the clock, so this will be game time.
And that is the end of the game. So well done to Canterbury. Bit tight through that third quarter when they were outscored by 5. They got their composure back, and Brody Cooper started with the 3 and was the last scorer with the 3. Stop
MVP, 15-4, had a dunk on their head. Man, you're going to have a good night tonight.
Not bad, given he was called in the last minute into the Rapid League team today, Brody Cooper. So Canterbury win this game by 35-29. Let's check out the Chemist Warehouse stats. We touched on Cooper's 15-point effort. He shot the ball, incidentally, folks, 75%.
Yeah, he was outstanding in that 16 minutes of play. They only played max for, 36 seconds, I think you said. So real balanced effort across the board, but Brody Cooper was the difference. Same thing on the board, Not the biggest outfit, but active and aggressive. And they gobbled them rebounds up this evening.
Martin was a heavy scorer the other night with 29, just a 6 tonight, but he contributed in other areas too.
You love he's being real aggressive. Looks like he's playing with a lot of confidence.
The blocks to Hecky, one in particular, will be memorable. And a lot of steals for Canterbury, as it turned out 7 in the game for them.
A lot of steals, too many turnovers for the Saints. Ended up catching them in a 2-position game.
Turned it over 7 times in the end, the Saints. So there we are. Well done to the Rams, 35-29 over the Saints. Plenty more basketball to come, though, in 20 minutes.
Pull up.
Exactly. It's
Come
time
through.
for you to strap yourselves in for 1 versus 2 to start the final round of the regular season. The Wellington Saints against the Canterbury Rams. Doesn't get better than this. Stay with us on Sky Sport with tip-off coming just after 7.
Let's see you, Wellington. With those lights.
For our Mills Albert Saints. Unadjusted in the regular season after this one. It's the top of the table clash. 1v2. How appropriate on a Tuesday night. So thank you everyone that's come down and joined us on a school holiday night. We're thinking ahead. The kids get to sleep in. Gonna need each and every one of you backing our boys tonight as we march on to the playoffs. There's one more introduction that needs to be had. The best mascot in all the land. The one, the only, Gorilla! 40, look at it go. Spring chicken. Say hi to McGilla. We're warming up.
Good everybody, and welcome to Wellington. And yes, the Wellington Saints have got plenty of champions banners going back through the years, all the way back to the 80s. And who could ever forget those days of Kerry Boagni and Kenny McFadden. Yes, we welcome you to TSB Arena for a blockbuster clash to start round 16 of the Cells NBL. We've got the top of the table, Wellington Saints up against the second placed and defending champions, the Canterbury Rams. Doesn't get better than this. We also praised whoever made the draw the other day. Let's do it again right now. Whoever did the draw in 2025, you are a genius. Glenn Lama with the call, Lindsay Tate here. And Lindsay, great to have you along again, mate. And yeah, what better way to finish the season than having this one.
Kia ora, Glenn. Kia ora, te whānau. Real excited about this one. Two best teams in the league. They've been that way for a while and looking forward to them banging out tonight.
Here's the mixandpick.com with the Saints 71% favoured to get the victory over the Rams, who are coming off that loss to Taranaki. And the mixandpick.com brought to you by Good Health. The Good Health poll brought to you by the trusted Viralex range, the natural immune defence support. The whole family available at the Chemist Warehouse. So yes, Saints getting the favourites tag heading into this game. There's Torhi Smith-Milner up against one of his former teams. Canterbury coming off a loss. Wellington, of course, coming off a very good win over Hawke's Bay with an undermanned, and that has put them in the box seed here. They win this game tonight, they secure top seed for the playoffs, Lindsay. It's that simple for them.
Yeah, top seed, and not only that, Glenn, if they have to cross over again in the future against the Rams, potentially in a final, there'll be home court advantage on that, so massive implications this evening.
If Canterbury win, though, you'll see them draw level. Wellington will have finished their regular season, then Canterbury still have a chance to playing top spot if they beat the Franklin Bulls in their last game.
Yeah, they'll have to beat a hungry Franklin Bulls team as well, and not sure on the status of Tay Hardy, but another massive game for them still on the books.
And of course, the Bulls need to win that to get into the top six, so that is going to be an epic clash coming up in a few days' time. Speaking of epic clashes, there's another one tomorrow night with the Jets hanging on. It's not been, well, easy for them without Corey Webster.
That's a real important one for the Jets. You know, they had a couple of close losses and almost knocked over the Tuatara the other night, but big one coming up on Wednesday.
Fly out of contention, so to the Giants. Shame they didn't get, well, just a win or two back after their really rough start, because they have been one of the best teams in the second half of the season. Speaking of teams in the second half of the season that have really kicked on, the Sharks are a team, maybe the dark horses, one of the dark horses in the playoffs this year.
They are the hottest team in the league right now. If you go off the win-loss record, for sure, Southland Sharks. And like you said, the Giants have really been playing great basketball.
Is looking to back up on over their big win over the Rams against the Nuggets in their last game, and then the Hawks in the Tuatara battle. Tuatara also not certain at the moment, need one more win to get into the top 6.
Massive one for Tuatara. It's basically between them and the Bulls from what I can see for that 6th spot. So massive game for them against the Hawks coming up.
Now, news on the personnel front. There's no Taylor Britt playing for Canterbury in this evening. He is out. So Kai Isaac comes into the starting 5 to join Sean McDonald, Walter Brown, Kyle Bowen and Torrey Smith-Milner. So big out there for the Rams. Let's hear from their coach, Quinn Clinton.
Quinn, you've dropped consecutive games for the first time this season and now find yourself in a must-win situation to get home court advantage in the postseason. When you look at recent form, what is the key in getting yourself back to winning ways?
Yeah, it all just starts on the defensive end. We had a quick review of the Ayers game and just weren't up to standard with what we want to do defensively. So, yeah, can we execute tonight? That's the plan, and that's the response we're looking for.
The Saints have won 6 in a row and are rolling since the addition of Jordan Ngatai. But what do you see as the key of keeping them from finding their form to give the Rams the best chance to win the game?
Yeah, it's just hitting on our defensive game plan and making things as tough as possible. Like, they've got a lot of good players and guys who will make plays. It's just, can we be sound for 40 minutes and make it as tough as possible? That's all we're going to do tonight, and yeah, we'll live with the result.
Good luck.
Nice, Quinn Clinton. He knows what's at stake in this game. He had that written and etched all over his face there, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. He's got his game face on this evening.
All right, now there's a few issues in the Wellington team as well. Sean Bruce, who we saw not playing against Hawke's Bay, he's again not going to be playing in this game due to illness. Isaiah Liafa, big shout out for Liafa. This is his 100th NBL game.
Yeah, salute, Zaya. Salute, man. The Wellington product. He's been massive on the international stage as well, so 100.
And he played really well against the Hawks. Nick Marshall has been solid all season. Jordan Ngatai, of course, Hiram Harris and Nick Muzinski. So strong as ever, the Wellington Saints is here from their coach, Aaron Young.
Aaron, last game of the regular season with home court advantage on the line. What is the key to the Saints performing at their best today as you try to get one home?
Yeah, I think for us it's just having a great start. You know, we've put ourselves in a great position to, you know, meet this moment and play for this, you know, this top seed, and that's something that we, you know, take a lot of pride in. You know, we've done the body of work, and now it's just about stepping up and you know, embracing this.
Outstanding. The Rams have dropped consecutive games for the first time this season. When you're preparing a game plan for today's game, do you see it as a must-win, leave no strategy unturned, or do you want to keep something up your sleeve in case you see them down the road?
Nah, we're not trying to, you know, hold anything back, but, you know, I think both teams are on a short turnaround, so, you know, we haven't had the full week of preparation to get through every single detail, but both teams will be prepared. You know, this is, you know, Rams have been the most consistent team for the most of the year, so we're just expecting a great battle and, you know, two good clubs going at it.
Thanks, Aaron. Good luck.
Yeah, 6 in a row. The Saints have won getting into this game. Last loss was against the Five back on May the 23rd. And the last time these two teams met, way back in late March, the Rams won 99-81 in Christchurch. There is that left-hand column looking solid for the Saints. Points scored at just under 100. It's not shabby.
Now putting a lot of points on the board, the Saints. And worth mentioning, you know, in these couple of losses, obviously Taylor Britt unavailable, but also Tama Isaac away with the under-19s at the World Championships. And you're basically talking about their 2 lead point guards. And Sean McDonald, no problem, he can slot in there, but just a lot more on his plate right now than he normally would have with those 2 available this evening in a massive game.
Yeah, Taylor Britt, they're missing 16 points per game of 45%, 83% from the free throw line, 6 assists in this game. Here's the refs, Callum Welsh, Reece Hamilton, Sasha Nicholson. Worth mentioning too that in the Rapid League game, it was Canterbury getting the win 35-29. This evening.
It was like the most organised looking huddle ever, wasn't it?
It was.
Like perfectly lined up there. Looking real Canterbury right there, Glenn.
I reckon that's well spotted, mate, because I reckon we're going to get a response from them in this game.
Oh, I mean, look at their track record. If you think they're not going to come in here and swing, and it looks like by the pick and mix, no one's giving them a shot, you know. I think you'll be fooled. They've got a lot of high-level ANBL, tall blacks on their roster. It's going to be a ball game this evening.
Yeah, it sure is. And there's Torhi Smith-Milner. He was a Saints player in year 2021, last year and the year before. He, I'm sure, will enjoy playing against some of his former teammates in this game.
Got two of the top young coaches in Aotearoa coming through as well, with Coach Aaron Young at the helm of the Saints and Quinn Clinton last year coming off a New Zealand secondary school championship and bumping straight up to the big league. So exciting game, man.
Smith-Milner taking control of that one. Last huddle for Canterbury before tip-off in this game to start round 16. Saints, of course, on top. 15 wins and 4 losses, their last game of the regular season. And Canterbury 14-4.
They got a full house in there tonight. Building looks full. Just what you asked for. You're a player. Feed off that energy. They do a great job with that in Wellington, especially down by the wharf. Fun place to play.
It really is, isn't it?
A lot of history there too, like you said, with them banners. Look like they got a little bit of work going on with the hoop right here. Geordie Mills over there, he doesn't look stressed at all. Shout out to the Mills whānau, putting all this together down there for the Saints for many years, since the Kenny Mack days, like you said.
Yeah.
Kerry Boagni.
Hard to believe that they're still, you know, Frank Mulhall, remember him?
Absolutely.
Remember it's hard to believe they're still involved really with the Saints after all these years.
It is, but it isn't. I've got a pretty close relationship with that whānau. They looked after me and kept food on my family's table, and great servants to our game, great servants to the region. And yeah, they love it, man. You know, Nick Mills Sr. has stepped back, you know, and the Suns have stepped up, but yeah, I'm not surprised they're still involved at all.
How about you? That does not look good.
Like there might be a screw popped out or something like that, a spring potentially.
Right, no one had a screwdriver or a spanner in their hands.
My mum's making muscles tonight, man. I'm excited, yo. I'm excited about this game too, but that Kai Moana got me.
A slight pause before tip-off here.
I mean, that's a starting lineup right there, you know, and you're talking without Bruce. And obviously, big love to Shea Yili. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery. You know, imagine if they could wheel him out there right now. That would be a serious proposition for the Saints.
Line up again.
But most importantly, man, yeah, hope Shea's safe and heals up well. Ooh, got the classic Bulls music playing for us to get ready. Oh, you can't get excited with that going.
This is actually the Alan Parsons project.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, you're in my age bracket. That's the Bulls warm-up intro.
Yeah, totally, man. Went there, right?
I mean, I needed all the help I could get in that regard, you know, so yeah, I'll take it, you know.
You former Tall Blacks are also understated.
That's when we're speaking publicly. You should hear us when we're on our own.
Yeah. Problem with the rim, just off to the right, a shot there. This player on the court, Nick Mazinski, is going to be called into action to do something here, perhaps. Give it a little test.
The young bouncy
Hickey.
Tyrell Cage Hickey out there to hang on her for a bit, make sure it's all good.
Bounces back. That seems to be the issue, right?
They got them nice rings that snap down to the side as well. High end.
Finally, here we go. It's Tyrell Cage Hickey. We're underway here, finally in this game. And it's 1 versus 2, and it's going to be the Canterbury Rams who win the tip. They've got to win this game to join the Saints at the top of the table with 1 game to play. So they can still finish top, but they'll need to win their last 2. Saints win this game, they secure top seed. Pass doesn't hit the mark from Brown, and here comes the Saints through Marshall.
Great run on there by Isaiah Leafa, one of the best defensive guards in the hemisphere on his 100th game. Just running through on that drop on-ball screen.
Marshall, they'll be sticking to him like glue in this game. Here's Leafa, nice little pass being deflected out of court though by Isaac.
This little pin down action, you see a lot of teams running those, you know, no corner fill, and just ends up being the guard in the big, playing at the ring and trying to beat that tag man on the backside.
Leafa, all the way back to Harris.
Love this matchup, Hiram Harris and Bowen.
Oh yeah, and Harris wins there with 4 on the shot clock to get the scoring underway.
They would have seen each other in the ANBL as well, so a lot of high-level talent on the court right now.
Isaac heats up already with that 3.
Deep one, Glenn, just dead feet as well on the spot, just pulled up, knocked it down. Great signs for the Rams.
Isaac is a 31% three-point shooter this season. Give that little percentage a little bit of boost if he keeps shooting like that.
Yeah, game time decision as well for the starting lineup with Taylor Britt's availability on the line.
Mazinski, that didn't touch the rim, so that's untidy by the Saints and it's going to be turned over. Here comes Isaac. Here's McDonald. So Isaac's going to take over the Taylor Britt role, and at least initially in this game. Here's McDonald working off the screen there from Bowen. Both teams tough defensively to start this game.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see there when Canterbury shoot, they get into that jam where they all move forward for the offensive glass, and got unlucky there, got their hands to an offensive board, but got called for the foul. And you can see them up the court aggressive defensively as well. Coach Clinton spoke in the pregame about tightening up defensively and sticking to the script, so that's not what he asked for right there. A straight line blow by full court from Hiram Harris.
Harris with that pace.
Quick 4 points early for him. Great signs against a normally really solid defender, Bowen.
Here's Brown. Bowen back to Smith-Milner. Canterbury want to settle it down. No, the shot clock's down to 3 here for Kaya Isaac.
Switch that.
Well, that counts. Fantastic shot from Isaac. That's 2 threes early in this game.
They've been playing Mazinski in drops. You know, he's leading the league in blocks, but he was forced to switch there late on the clock with Kaya Isaac, the guard, and back-to-back threes for him to start the game.
Natai, no joy for him. Smith-Milner with the rebound.
Yeah, that's the first shot I've seen Jordan Natai miss in like 2 games. He's been on fire for the Saints recently.
There's McDonald, and that's clever. Got the foul out of Harris.
That's real clever. Little things are big things in hoops, you know, and for Hiram to pick up a ticky-tack foul like that 2.5 minutes into the game, kind of a nothing play, that's a big play by McDonald right there.
Substitution for the Saints coming into the game, number 25, Kaslu.
Interesting, Isaiah Leafa getting a quick sub here.
Yeah, he didn't concede the foul either.
Junior. They might just be trying to get him out and then back in quickly, try and buy some time for somebody else out there potentially. That's
Brown.
too easy.
Yeah, that is nice. There's 2 points in the game for Walter Brown.
Baseline out of bounds, again against the league's leader in shot blocking as well.
There's Natai.
Beautiful take, and he makes up for the one previous. We were saying he's been on a heater for the Saints, and easy blow by there.
Ooh, we've got an offensive foul against Bowen at the other end of the court.
I think that might be his second. That's another massive call right there. He looked like he might have been frustrated and took one himself, so gave a little frustration foul, but has to have a discipline there. Under man right now, the Rams, and he'll have to sit for the rest of the quarter. CJ Pena and Max Darling checking in for the Rams early as well.
Yeah, they've certainly got depth in that area, haven't they?
For sure. The guards, they're a little bit light on right now.
Zinski.
Great find.
There's Natai. Another triple. Harris, though, gets in position. There's Evans. Gets his own rebound, does he? No, Canterbury have it. Here's McDonald. Brown. Free ball from Tenhart Jr. was short, and there's a foul. It's a little bit cumbersome.
And that's that kind of jamming action where you're all expected to jam forward onto your man, but just a little bit aggressive. Like you said, cumbersome. That's I need to add that to my thesaurus. That was a good one.
It's just an unnecessary foul, really, wasn't it?
It is.
Especially with Bowens on the line with two fouls. Now, Junior's picked one up. Marshall. Natai open in the corner.
Way too good a shooter for him to have that much room. 2 looks in a row and punishes them from the corner. Coach Clinton will want to talk this one over.
I didn't like the momentum building in the Wellington camp.
You can see him there talking to CJ. There's a little bit of a misrotation, and again Jordan Natai has been lights out for the Saints, so I'm sure that's on the scout for the Rams, and they spoke about it extensively before the game, and tightening up defensively. That's where they feel like their lapses have been.
It does feel like a clash of the heavyweights, doesn't it, already? It's got that intensity to it.
It does. Less than 4 minutes, and you can see it's going to be a decent high-level game. Close score. The way they're rotating players, they're obviously, a lot of coaching going on right now, so it'll be fun this evening.
A big crowd, and of course, remember, both teams have secured home playoff games. We can tell you that if you're a Rams fan, tickets to their first semi-final are on sale at the moment, and only 200 tickets are left. In fact, less than 200 tickets, so get in quick. And regarding the Saints, well, their tickets go on sale for their first game tomorrow at 9 a.m. There is a members pre-sale going on right now, but if you want to get in there and you're not a member, then get on the blower or get on the net tomorrow at 9 o'clock to secure your ticket. There's going to be some excellent hoops next week.
Get in there. You're on Te Whanganui Atara down in Christchurch. You ain't going to see any higher level basketball than that in the country right now, so pull up, support.
So Darling, see what Canterbury respond with here. And immediately we're seeing McDonald bring the ball forward this time.
Yeah, he'll take the point guard duties, and we'll have Kaz Evans Jr. in his pocket, but just McDonald too strong for him right there, and crafty. Easy layup downhill.
Crafty's a good word for Sean McDonald.
Yes, he's very crafty.
Canterbury take the lead.
It's hard to be built like him and play high-level basketball unless you're super crafty, and Sam Gold getting his first minutes of the game as well, but that's Hiram Harris there, drawing the contact.
Harris is a good player, isn't he?
Real good. He's a dog, and these are exactly the type of games that he likes to be involved in. The dog fights where they're going to be back and forth affairs.
Harris goes to the Chemist Warehouse stripe here. 3 out of 4 on average. Game 75%.
Really improved his efficiency from the free throw line and the perimeter H. Just being a threat from out there, and that opens up everything for him behind that, the second line with his reads. Really evolved his game over the last couple of years.
Darling gets the rebound, so score's locked up. There's McDonald. Junior for 3, was in and out. Offensive rebound. Now there's a foul by Gold on Isaac.
You can see this unit here is really targeted on that one. They're just really jabbing and hard on the smaller Kaz Evans Jr. Just bullied them in there to getting an O board and an extra possession on that one, Kaya Isaac.
Kaya Isaac missing his brother today, Tom Isaac, who's in Switzerland with the New Zealand under-19 team. He's played brilliantly in the first 2 games of that tournament, which New Zealand has won against Argentina and Mali. Good luck to them. They play Serbia later tonight, New Zealand time.
Yeah, tune in right after this, man. It's going to be a big game. Serbia, one of the world powers. We 2-0. Let's get it.
Isaac. Second free throw is good too from the Chemist Warehouse strike. Canterbury up by 2. Isaac, the heavy scorer at the start of the game. He's got 8 points. 2 threes and those 2 free throws. Now Marshall. Well, giving it back to Liafa. He's on the run there, not quite set. Now who's that come off? It's come off the Saints.
The Rams already in the bonus, just to note that. They've got no fouls to give. Every time they foul the Saints, next 5 minutes, 20, they'll be at the free throw line. Aggressive squeeze there by Jordan Matai.
Ooh, McDonald for 3. This 3-point shooting is keeping the Rams right there. That is 3 from 6 in the game.
Yeah,
by 5.
He's going to be aggressive. Got 2 of their top guards out right now, and he's their import high level. He's going to really get aggressive this evening in this big game.
Marshall's not getting many good looks in this game so far. Dangerous scorers. McDonald lines it up again, and there's tipped by Darling. Isaac, second opportunity here for the Rams. Gold flies in to get it for Wellington.
No boards right now, really hurting the Saints.
Harris for 3, and he nails it, Hiram Harris.
And a little bit of a dare 3 there. The Rams will live with that. I prefer to take away H's drive, but beautiful corner 3 from Hiram.
Smith-Milner, short on that shot.
That's one guy you will not let have free looks at 3, because you give him enough and they're going in the bottom of the net. Great D by Max Darling on the point guard there.
There's Harris again, trying to get around his Tall Blacks teammate, Walter Brown. Oh, Liafa. Natai for 3 from the corner again. This time it's rebounded by Kyle Isaac.
Doing a great job of generating corner 3s, the highest percentage 3-point look in the game. It's slightly shorter than everywhere else on the court.
Isaac setting it down for a set play.
Doing a great job of playing at their own pace right now, the Rams on the road. Great contest. Ooh, that's at everything but.
That was pure physics keeping that one out. Here is Marshall.
You're right, he's struggled to get a good look off right now. That's great D by Max Darling there.
Well, if they can keep Marshall quiet, you know, he's a heavy scorer. He's been going at 20 points per game for the Saints.
Yeah, Isaac's got the ultra green light right now. Deep 3 off the first side position. Saints just slowing it down here.
Oh, you say slowing it down, up it goes.
Another corner 3 for the Saints.
Our 5-point deficit has been erased by the Saints. Smith-Milner, nice pass into him. Oh, that is class from Tohi Smith-Milner. Beautiful little lob pass into him, and he finished with style.
It was a little short roll from Tohi, and he's normally a pick and pop guy. And great little find from the point of attack from McDonald here. No hockey assist, and straight into a push shot. It's tough. Sam Gold couldn't do a whole lot more, apart from not foul.
Smith-Milner's first 2 points of the game. Takes a breather. So a 3-point play converted from the Chemist Warehouse strike there for Smith-Milner. Full court pressure too coming. Like it.
Yeah, they like to extend off free throws, the Rams, or any opportunity they get. Ihaka Kate checking into the game.
Player, isn't he? Here's Liafa.
Great young player. Ihaka was part of the under-17 World Championship team. Finished 4th in the world last year.
Shaw has it blocked by Smith-Milner. Saints still have it. That did touch the rim, so untidy in the end. Nice stop though by the Rams.
Great rim protection there by the Rams and walling up. Tohi. McDonald kind of having his way right now, getting into these seams at will. See the Rams super aggressive on the glass.
It is a contest, isn't it? Yaka working off Mazinski and Isaiah Liafa with his first 2 of the game.
That was nice, just steadying the ship and getting to his spot, raising up for the little runner in his 100th game here this evening at home for Isaiah.
Gee, it's tight, isn't it?
Sure is.
Nothing in this.
It's going to be tight this evening.
Like it's going to go pretty much basket for basket the whole game. Here's Smith-Milner wide open. And he responds with a 3. And now we're going to get a timeout called by Aaron Young.
You can see there Mazinski was matched up with Tohi, and again Mazinski's in drops, which means they're keeping him in the paint. And when Tohi sets that on-ball screen, he pops, which is basically leaving one of the best shooters in the competition wide open right now. So I'd say that the Saints are going to be talking about that on-ball coverage. They can't keep giving those up to Tohi. He's going to knock them in.
Yeah, Smith-Milner with 6 points.
Just see him there just a half beat late, you know, and that's probably got to be a switch or some kind of hard show and keep them connected.
Harris with plenty to say. So he's a senior player now. He's got 8 points. A couple of rebounds. Coach Young in his first season, of course, coaching the Saints. Coaching the Tuatara in recent years.
Sam Gold also picking up his 2nd foul, personal foul in that first quarter as well. So a little bit of foul trouble for the Saints to navigate here in this first quarter.
Remember, Bowen is sitting down on 2 fouls. The Australian for Canterbury. Inhart Jr. also has 2 fouls, which is interesting because they basically play the same position.
Yeah, that was the big one, you know. CJ picked that kind of cheap one up, and they've had to sit for a long time, but the Rams have done a great job on the road, you know, 3-point lead right now, weathering the storm.
Well, they've got Max Darling there, but it's going to mean more minutes for Max, so Max is going to have to play nice and clean.
Yeah, it speaks to their depth. We'll just bring Max Darling in. And they're already missing Taylor Britt, a tall black, and Tama Isaac.
Liafa. Liafa again.
Little zone action here from the Rams out of the timeout.
Mazinski hasn't seen much ball, has he? Here he is now. Kicking it out to Nick Marshall. And Tohi Smith-Milner tips it to Walter Brown.
And smart from the Rams there, just coming out of that timeout with a little zone action, different look, and great find from Tohi. It's the much smaller point guard.
Just did well there to get in there. Darling, you would have fancied him once he caught that to shrug him off and finish with a flush.
You ain't getting nothing easy against Kaz, you know. Them two would have seen a lot of each other in juniors, but did exactly what he's supposed to do. Tohi found him down low on the smile, and he was aggressive. We'll get a couple of free throws. They can get their defense set.
Darling at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, 71% free throw shooter.
We'll put both teams in the bonus now for this last minute, so no fouls to give.
Canterbury have been in front for the majority of this first quarter. Drops for Max Darling, whose lead of the game's been 5.
Sean McDonald will check back in here to finish this last minute. Nice little blow there for about a minute, catch his breath. Ihaka Kate, great minutes.
Zinski, good pass. Natai, that's great. What about this from Marshall? He's away again. Liafa. Oh, Isaiah Liafa.
And it's O-boards again, keeping them in the game. Looked like they were in that zone still, the Rams, and Saints kind of looking for something, some rhythm against that zone, but O-boards will kill you against a zone potentially, and they get punished with a 3 from Zaya.
McDonald. Isaac marked by Marshall, and Isaac winning the day there.
He looked really solid right now, just playing off 2 feet, blowing by hips, getting to that left finish. Nice. They'll have the last possession here, the Saints.
Marshall 0 from 5 in the first quarter. Can't get going, the Aussie, as we see Liafa, and he's going to be fouled by Brown.
That'll be bonus shots for Zaya here.
In fact, the foul has gone on number 13, Sean McDonald.
They'll probably use their player timeout, potentially, coming off these free throws from Isaiah here. Last 4.6 to play with. Hiram Harris will take a seat so he doesn't pick up any unnecessary fouls with Sam Gold already on 2. offense, defense, subbing action from the coaches. Like you said earlier, Glenn, that's how we know it's going to be a high-level game. First quarter, they're moving the chess pieces around.
Ooh, missing two. So, stolen. Big play coming up here. And Evans can't convert. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. No foul on that last play. Looked like there could have been one, but in the end, the officials were happy. 24-21. It's Canterbury in front after the first.
So let's welcome to the court, Ari and Ari, ready to go now? All right, you know what to do. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Kyle makes his first one. Ari, let's go. Here it is. What a beast. Keep cheering them on, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle's got a spot. Ari, your turn. There it is. Here it is. 2 apiece. Kyle up to 3. Ari's got a spot now, surely. There it is. 3 each. 4 slices of delicious Sal's pizza for Kyle. Same with Ari. Let's bring it home. 5 for 5 for Kyle. Ari, one more. Let's go, buddy. One more. You got this. Go. There it is. Give it up for Ari and Kyle, ladies and gentlemen. The Sal's NBL still available now at all Sal's pizzerias.
So Canterbury lead 24-21 after the first quarter, shooting the ball at 47%. Saints back on 38%. Still a tight game indeed. As we check out their large pepperoni for $29.99. That offer is valid until next Tuesday. You had dinner yet, Lindsay?
I haven't. My mum's got some mussels waiting for me, bro, at home, remember? Some Kaimoana, but, you know, if not, I'm on that Sal's all day.
Yeah, man.
Kaya Isaac, 10 points in that first quarter in 9 minutes. The Rams shooting 80% from 2, which is Saints are going to have to tighten up there or it's going to be a long night.
Here's Liafa in his 100th game. Big 3 from him. Now Marshall.
I thought he might have had his cleanest look there. They went under that, but he wants something at the ring, and Walter Brown has been an issue for Nick Marshall to start this game. You can see a little bit frustrated. 0 for 6.
Well, he's 0 for 7 now.
0 for 7, my fault.
With that miss now, it's unlike Nick Marshall.
He's having a great season for the Saints.
Milner away. Marshall!
Here again, you can see Mazinski just with that late contest on Tohi. They're playing with fire, the Saints.
Just mixing it up there with Walter Brown and Sean McDonald. No foul though. Here's Natai. Shot clock down to 7 seconds for Liafa. Blocked by Max Darling. And here's a 3-on-2 situation. McDonald looking for the foul and getting it.
He had great positioning. Probably just needed to keep his hands out there, Jordan, and take it in the chest, but took a little stab at the ball, and McDonald will get a couple free throws. At the other end, Isaiah, one of the best at splitting the on-ball screen, but just got a bit deep on his read and turned it over.
There's the foul on Jordan Natai. That's his first.
That's smart from McDonald. You just see he's a little bit out of position in attack, and you're forcing the referee to make that call. Don't be surprised if you see a bit of extended defense here from the Rams, potentially even some zone.
So McDonald, 22 points per game. Just quietly builds his points too in his matches.
You see CJ Pena and Bowen will stay on the bench here with their 2 fouls, so Rams doing a great job of extending this lead without 2 of their main bigs.
1-point lead it is. The biggest lead of the ball game. Now Marshall again. No space for him again. Harris.
They're really keyed in on Marshall this evening, the Rams. Spoke of making those adjustments defensively after losing a close one on the road to the Airs, and they've definitely come out and ramped it up this evening.
that was really evidenced by that shot there from Liafa. Low percentage shot from way outside the three-point line. Nothing happening inside. Here's Isaac again. Darling, shot clock down to 7. Darling in space. Nice pass to Smith-Milner. And there's a foul there. Well, they found a way nicely there, Lindsay.
Beautiful ball movement there. You know, Tohi on the roll and finds his opposite big ducking in and
That's his first foul.
just missed that layup, but beautiful ball movement from the Rams.
So he's on the line, shooting 2.
So Smith-Milner back on the line. Second time in this game. Just feel like he's stepping up his performance in this clash.
He looks locked in, Tohi. Again, the Saints just look a little bit out of sorts, you know, not a lot of huddle or corridor on that dead ball. And normally when you're humming, everyone's connected. So just looking to find themselves right now early in this game, find their rhythm.
To 21. Oof. Wellington have not scored in this quarter just yet. And here's Marshall fighting hard for his team once more.
This will be good for him. Just get to the line, steady himself, hopefully see the ball go through the hoop a couple times, and you can just settle down a little bit and let things come to you. Had an outstanding year for the Saints so far.
Yeah, 20 points per game at 51%, Lindsay. 7 rebounds per game and 2 assists.
He's a really nice player coming out of Australia.
36ers.
Pretty loaded this year, the 36ers. Might struggle to find
Cameron's
minutes with
there,
some of those guards. Yeah, I think they got Bryce Cotton up there and got a lot going on.
For Aaron Young to think about. Looks like the Saints are just hanging on a little bit here.
Yeah, still a 2-position game though. Plenty of water to go under the bridge.
From 2 for Marshall. That's his first points of the game. Back to 5 again. Donald. Back to Kyle Isaac.
So here's the mismatch here with the guard, but
oh, that's a beauty from McDonald.
and he opted to find McDonald, who also had the mismatch with the big Mazinski, and McDonald gets himself another 3.
Three-point shooting continues to be pretty good from both teams, to be fair. That's 5 from 14 for Canterbury.
Timely as well, timely shot making from the Rams especially.
Alpha to inbound it.
A lot of the Saints threes coming from here, the corner.
Marshall. A little left-hander. It's his first field goal of the game.
And nice, didn't opt for the quick 3 there in the rear, you know. The rear steadier there, got down to the middle to his left hand for the nice layup. So great signs for Marshall here in the second. Another great find. Exactly the same play they had before.
And gives it back to Isaac. It's nicely rebounded. Straight to Liafa, didn't have to move. Liafa, coast to coast goes Isaiah.
That's when he's at his best, Liafa. Just playing in transition, pushing with pace. Easy layup over McDonald.
Before that 8-point lead, that is fantastic to Walter Brown.
Just got lost there, the Saints. You could see Hiram kind of glaring at somebody. Miscommunication, and easiest dunk Walter Brown will get all year, I'd say.
Great vision from McDonald, wasn't it?
Like Mazinski just helped and Jordan Nartai didn't drop. He was worried about Kaya Isaac getting the 3 on the strong side and dunk for Walter Brown.
Chatting with Nick Mazinski in this game, Lindsay hasn't put up a shot yet, and he's only got 1 rebound.
Yeah,
Screen there for Liafa.
Very guard dominant right now for the Saints. Guard wing dominant.
It's McDonald looking to up the pace. Doesn't get the roll off the rim there, so we'll shoot 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, Sean McDonald.
You can just see in their body language right now, the Saints, you know, just a little bit out of sorts. That was just too easy for McDonald off the miss down the other end. Just a broken play.
for the Saints.
Let's get straight by for potentially an and one. Saints have got to tighten up right here in this game. It's a big game. They can get home court for the finals. With the undermanned Rams team, they need to take advantage. Very rare you'll play a Rams team that's taken 2 L's as well, Glenn, and lacking a little bit of confidence. So you've really got to jump on that if you're the opposition.
Reminding you that Taylor Britt not playing this game. There's Tama Isaac over with the under-19s at the moment.
Now they've got CJ Pena back in the game. Managed to get him through with his early foul trouble. Weathered that storm and continue to hold on to this 8-point lead now. Just quietly jumped out on him. Little zone action here from the Rams. 2-3.
Harris back out there now. Here he is.
See, the Saints just look stagnant.
It's a nice play from Harris.
Anytime you can get that ball to the nail, which is basically the center of the free throw line, it causes problems for any zones. Most zones go straight man-to-man on that because your rotations are all messed up. So great job there by the Saints.
Harris with that basket goes to 10 points. Isaac and McDonald have 10 each for Canterbury. Brown. Well, Brown with the dunk, and now Brown with the 3.
They're doing a great job of controlling the tempo right now, the Rams, and when Walter Brown's hitting a shot from the perimeter, he's a problem.
Is that a shot?
It was a jump ball. It's like they called it on 12.
Darling has picked up the foul.
It'll be his second. Oh man, that's a foul.
Calling that a shot.
He was running backwards with his hands in the air. It's tough. It's tough when you're a big fella as well, because you often have to absorb a lot more contact, you know, when you're playing around the ring from guys, little pesky guys like myself, just karate chopping you and acting like you aren't doing anything, and then at the other end the guard kind of plows into your chest and you get called for the foul. So tough on a Max, going to have to sit down there, but Rams will deal with it.
Marshall with that free throw. To an 8-point game. Marshall on 5 points. And Hart to Kate, who's back out there again. Check once more.
Bowen's also checked back into the game after real limited minutes early on with early foul trouble.
Way out, and that's going to be a foul on number 11 for Wellington, Jordan Matai.
Geordie's protesting, but that is a foul. You know, you've got to give them their space to land when they're out there shooting from the perimeter, and just got a little bit more defensive discipline right now. This could bump things out to 11 points for the Rams, and don't be surprised if you see Coach Young burn a timeout here if that's the case.
I think he needs a quarter to sort it out, Lindsay. Feels like momentum's with the visitors.
Yeah, it also means the Saints are in the bonus, Glenn, for another over 5 minutes. That's half the quarter, so yeah, a few things they need to talk about for sure. Again, though, so much talent over there. They easily can steady the ship and get things right. Just need to tighten up right now. Look a little bit disconnected in this last little couple of minutes. Got to say the Rams look very composed. You know, they've had a tough couple games, but you love the approach that they've taken, real business-like this evening. You know, that's hard for me to say. I'm a Saints guy, man. I know I'm not supposed to be any kind of guy, but it is what it is.
You are. We picked it. Timeout called by Aaron Young as the lead hits double digits for the first time in the game.
And again, you're talking about, if you're Canterbury, you're shooting 50% from the field, 83% from 2, just under 40 from the three-point line, and 85%, 12 or 14 from the free throw line. It's going to be hard to beat them when you let them put those kind of numbers on the board at that accuracy.
And also, too, Lindsay, to add to those numbers, they've only conceded 9 points in this quarter. They've really tightened up. And
9 points.
And you think back to the start of this quarter, I don't really... Wellington, have they had a good look at all in these first 5 minutes of the second quarter? Don't think they have they?
No, respectfully, it's been a little bit
Maybe
clunky,
Harris's
you know,
layup, that would be the only one.
He had a couple early on, you know, but they've definitely looked like they're trying to get Marshall going, you know, and in that they've kind of got bogged down a little bit. opposite of that, 10 assists already for Canterbury as a team, which kind of speaks to the way they're trusting each other and sharing the ball on the road, and definitely showing good signs right now of a team that's coming off back-to-back losses and don't have their 2 lead guards. Obviously speaks to their depth that we've been kind of harping on the whole season.
Even for the Saints to think about. It's been a good execution of basketball at both ends of the court from the Rams so far.
They'll stay extended defensively here, the Rams, as they do, and don't be surprised if it falls back into some kind of zone or something, just to give you a different look each time. Yep, it's a zone. They're trying to protect Bowen here with a little bit of foul trouble as well, so.
Mazinski giving it out to Evans. I want to take the shot though with the shot clock down to 5 for Liafa. Just overcooked that. And again, it's another solid stop by Canterbury.
Great rebound by Pena.
Saints looking really uncertain on the offensive end again as Isaac.
Playing off the little twist screen with Bowen, and he's got the mismatch down low with Isaiah Liafa, but Mazinski out here trying to mark Isaac as well.
Well, for once, Penha's hands let him down.
Yeah, interesting there. Would have seen Kaya got the wide open 3 last time over Mazinski, but opted to try and get his teammate going. A little turnover there.
Let's go blue.
Outscored in this quarter 16-9 Wellington, and that's not going to help. Mazinski just scrambles, and it's a messy bit of play there for Wellington. The whistle has gone.
I love that by Mazinski. He knows the rules. No matter what they're screaming at you, don't let go of that ball, brother. That's your ball. First to the floor gets it. Great hustle by the big man Mazinski. And you can't doubt Bowen was right there as well, but he was first to the floor.
A tough game for Mazinski so far. Hasn't put up a shot in the game and still only has 1 rebound and 1 assist.
And again, if you're a youngster, though, you're looking at that. Your big man hasn't got a shot up yet, but he's first to the floor, you know, so it's not affecting his effort or his intensity or his alertness right there. So that's exactly what you want, you know. Still a lot of game time left.
Harris. Here's Marshall. Again, the shot clock. Down to 7. Mazinski can't get the offensive rebound, and here comes Sean McDonald.
And that's a one if you're the Rams, you know, just a long contested 3 off a semi-broken play. Opposite, they've got good rhythm and ball movement here, getting the ball side to side, trusting each other.
Smith-Milner. Oh, Smith-Milner with a big bucket there. Second 3 of the game.
And that's when you start to build that confidence, that rhythm. This thing just bumps out to 3 for the Rams. Sorry, 13, my fault.
There's Harris being fouled on at that typical driving style of his.
If that was on Bowen, that'll be his 3rd. It looks like he's going to have a corridor about that with the officials. Thought he had his chest in front. If that is his 3rd, he will get pulled here for the last 4 minutes. By the way he's walking, I'm pretty sure it was his 3rd.
Darling's back in there.
He had that walk in his gait. That was the walk of, I got to go sit down. It's tough, been a tough go for him. You know, he's had a couple of fouls that could have gone either way. Hasn't seen a lot of game time. If there's one thing, though, he'll have fresh legs for the second half.
He's only had 4 minutes and 40-odd seconds on the floor in this game.
A couple of those calls could have gone either way, but such is the game. You know, he's a veteran. He's a really high-level player, so I'm sure he'll come out and turn up for the second half with lots of energy.
Hiram Harris misses the second.
Oh,
was that tipped in?
Yeah, that's one
that
of
is unreal.
Rare ones where it came off Tuhi, unfortunately, but it'll still count as 2, and the points will get awarded to whoever was closest on that tip-in, I believe. Someone will get lucky.
Might be Harris. He was right there. He followed up his own free throw.
And it should be his.
Here's McDonald.
You see the Saints building off that just with their defensive pressure already off 1 score and little putback.
Shot clock down to 3 here for Sean McDonald. And that's a great stop by the Saints. Here's Liafa looking to inject. Nice drive and layup from Isaiah Liafa.
Probably their best defensive possession of the game. Beautiful push by Zay for the easy layup, and smart timeout by Coach Quinn Clinton here to stop the bleeding if you're the Rams and just take this crowd out of the ball game.
Boy, there's been hard yards for Wellington though in this quarter, but now trailed by just 8. I say just 8.
What a great push. That was like a 3 dribble, I think, off the rebound with traffic. That's harder than it looks, folks. Running them lines like Nathan Cleary on the burst, bro. Great lines. You like this here, like Coach Quinn Clinton, a young coach, but very composed, you know what I mean? Clean with his communication. Love what you see there. And again, the Rams, the culture looks great, just all engaged in the timeout. They at least look like they're paying attention. Even if they're not, they ain't staring at no cheerleaders.
He's done a great job. He's only 26 years old as Quinn Clinton.
Yeah, he'll be younger than half the players. That's impressive, man, to be able to, you know what I mean, get their respect. And
well, let's have a look here. Taylor Britt's 28.
He played with Bowen, right?
Yeah. Smith Miller, 29. In fact, the only 2 of the roster today are older than him, if you count Taylor Britt.
Oh, I'm so glad nobody younger than him tried to coach me, man. That would have been catastrophic.
Yeah.
But no, good. I mean, again, kind of when you listen to Quinn and you listen to his basketball acumen and the way he carries himself, you never pick him to be 26 years old. You know, he's an old soul. I say that respectfully, and his knowledge and the way he carries himself, he's great for this outfit, and obviously spent a lot of time in the region, so knows what makes a lot of these guys tick.
School got Judd Flavel hovering around too to ask questions anytime he wants.
Helped he got a lifer right there for sure.
Here's Kai Isaac.
Oh, beautiful play. Keep getting these switches, the Rams. Great contest by the league leader on blocks, Mazinski. I think he might have got one there.
I'll tell you what, though, the Saints just sharpened up defensively in the last minute or 2, though. Here's Marshall for 3.
It's funny what a couple of baskets down this end will do to your defensive intensity, you know, and that's what you like about Mazinski. It doesn't seem to affect him either way, but the rest of the outfit's definitely stepped up the last couple of possessions for the Saints defensively.
Big last couple of minutes coming here in the end of the first half.
Keep switching this.
McDonald. No foul by Harris. Marshall almost lost it, but he regathered, and Marshall gets another fast break, 2 points. Well, play's going to pause for a moment with a bit of sweat on the floor.
You see down this end with the Mazinski, they've decided to start switching the screens instead of playing them in them drops, which means they're still connected, but it also means that there's often a mismatch. Either McDonald's going against the big, or you'll have a big with a mismatch against the guard. So it's kind of the next move that both teams have made. Great signs from Marshall, just plugging away, chipping away.
Well, it was a 13-point game to Canterbury, and Wellington on a 7-0 run now. Just the right time as well, as Isaac brings the ball down court. It's the screen from Penhart Jr.
There's a switch again.
Nothing happening, eh?
Just out here with these guards.
Penhart Jr. for 3. Oh, that's a big basket. That stops the 7-0 run. Stone cold right there.
A beautiful one more hockey assist for CJ Pena in the corner. Just knocked them down.
Not converted. Here comes Walter Brown on the break.
Great.
Oh,
push.
how did he get through there?
That was slick with the little baby euro to the left hand. Beautiful move by Walter Brown.
Yeah, no right to squeeze between those 2 players.
No, that was quick, and just like that, it's back out to double digits for the Rams.
Here's Liafa again. Harris. Liafa. Target, but Smith Milner's just got it. And again, Canterbury reassert themselves with those 2 last baskets, that 3 and that shifty move from Walter Brown.
Oh,
Junior feeling it. Wellington think they're lucky stars that didn't drop. Harris. Ooh! Jordan Natai was in the right spot at the right time.
Beautiful recovery there. Tui just took a big bump, but CJ came across and cleaned up for him, and they could get a 2-for-1 here if they want it, but they'll just play for 1 possession here, the Rams.
Happy with this 10-point lead at the moment. They'll want to convert here. One last time in this first half.
See if they bring Walter Brown into the screen, or Tohi here with Mazinski on him.
Donald looks a little uncertain. Oh, Penhart Jr. fouled by Liafa. Right at the end of the 24 seconds. Just a disastrous foul right there for the Saints.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Zay did exactly what he needed to do, but just caught with an outstanding pass. That's an outstanding pass. Not many guys can make that pass, and for CJ to be able to catch that and go straight up into a layup, that's a pretty high-end play. There's not much else Isaiah could have done with that. Just got caught a half fraction late on that rotation, but again, not many guys can even make that play. Saints can play off the full court here. I'm pretty sure they've still got their player timeout if they want it, but 7 seconds is a lot of time. I'd say they'll save it for the second half and just play off the full court here.
Junior at the line. Yeah, 2 important free throws there for CJ Penhart Jr. Subs coming into the game as the Rams back out to a 12-point lead.
And another offense-defense sub here from Coach Quinn Clinton. Doesn't want CJ to pick up an unnecessary foul with 7 seconds left. And 37 points. Looks like they've used their player timeout.
Yeah.
37 points for a team that averages over 90 is great defensive effort if you're the Rams.
It's been a masterclass in defense in this first half. Ticket to the big game. Scan the QR code, folks. Your chance to get big tickets to remaining handful of games now in the regular season. Scan that QR code. Remember, BNZ is supporting the next generation of Kiwi basketballers. So what can the Saints do here in these last 7.3?
Great defensive discipline as well from the Rams, only committing 3 fouls the entire quarter. So they've got one to give if they want it.
Clever there from Kyle Isaac, calling their BNZ player timeout with 3.9 to play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were actually trying to foul there, Glenn, because they had a foul to give, but just got lucky on the reach-in and tipped it free, and they'll get almost 4 seconds to play with here on the advance. Real heads-up play. Ihaka Kate checking in as well, so he'll get a big couple, 3-4 seconds here. Could see a OD sub, but nothing. Saints no fouls to give on the opposite, so they won't want to touch anyone here and give up any free throws.
Brown went down it. It's come off Masinski. So it's still going to be Canterbury ball.
Like Walter Brown was right there. He intentionally played at the ball with his foot, which means it's a football, so there probably should be a second back on the clock, but missed that one, unfortunately, for the Rams.
Brown to inbound it again. Oh, and that's come off Kate. Good hit pressure there from Marshall. So now 2.2 left, but Wellington have already used their play timeout, so they're going to have to go from the end here. Natai. Is away, so it's a 12-point advantage to Canterbury. They outscored the Saints by 11 points in that second quarter and have got some real scoreboard pressure on the home team heading into the second half. It's the Rams up 49-37 at halftime.
Next to a game day partner.
top of the table with one game to play. And that will be against the Bulls coming up in a few days' time. 49-37 is the score. They outscored the Saints by 3 in the first quarter and 11 in that second quarter. Let's have a look. In fact, by 9 it was in the end. And what about Tohi Smith-Milner? He's going to show up here. He, you know, I think he's decided to play top shelf today.
For sure, when Tohi comes out and he's locked in, he's one of the top bigs that we've got around here. You know, he can score the ball, he rebounds the ball, already 11 and 10. He's got 3 assists, he plays all over the court, and most importantly, he's a perimeter threat, which basically means the Saints have to totally look at their defensive coverages when he's on the court. 7 assists from Sean McDonald again, without Taylor Britt and Tama Isaac really stepping up as a point guard for them this evening.
Block 2 for Smith-Milner. Those are great numbers for Sean McDonald, aren't they? But it's been a team effort. Walter Brown's chipped in with 9 points, couple of rebounds as well. And you've got to hand it to the Rams too, Lindsay. You know, we've had Kyle Bowen and CJ Penhart getting a couple of, getting a little bit of foul trouble. Bowen's
Max
got 3
Darling
fouls,
as well.
but Max Darling's got 2, but they've just carried on, haven't they?
I mean, we can't sugarcoat it. They've come out and smacked the Saints in the mouth. You know, for a team that averages over 90 in a huge game like this, to be under less than 40 at the half, and Rams almost at 50, they're on target to make 100. The reality is, you know, that they've come out and smacked them real early. The Saints are going to have to respond in this third, and I'm sure they will. They're a third quarter team.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. So the Chemist Warehouse stats all in the favour of Canterbury, who lead 49-37 at halftime. Second half coming up shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for the North Angels. And a big victory. The game day partner, NW Group, who provided all the light and the screens for today's matchup. Thank you, NW Group.
Yeah, Hiram Harris for the Saints with plenty to think about after that first half with his team trailing by 12 points. 11 points for Hiram. He's not missed a shot, and he's 2 from 4 from the free throw line. And well, there's still a lot of Saints fans out there, Lindsay, with a 60-40 split, but that is a lot tighter than it was at the start of the game in the mixandpick.com poll.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if there's more Saints fans jumped on, or the Rams have just got in there, you know. The Rams fans have got in there and bumped them scores up right now, so it's evening out.
Indeed it is. We'll see, I'm sure the Rams maybe even surge ahead very soon with a pretty accomplished performance in that first half. So what would you like to see the Saints do then, Lindsay, with this 12-point deficit? You said they're a third-quarter team. We did see a little bit of value when Liafa drove hard and aggressive to the basket. Is that the kind of tactic that the Saints try and need to employ a bit more?
Yeah, I thought their best kind of moment in the game was that when they got a few defensive stops, and we spoke about kills in the game previous, which is kind of basketball terminology for getting 3 stops in a row. So concentrating on that and chipping into the score, breaking it down, winning the quarter, then offensively playing with a little bit more pace and transition. That's when they look great. And then probably getting through their sets a little bit more, a little bit rushed at times, you know, and the ball stuck on one side of the court. When they get second and third side actions and play downhill, they look good, the Saints.
And what about the Rams? Do you just see them carrying on with their strategy?
Yeah, I'm not even going to box it and try and act like I've got something for them to be better at. You know what I mean? Like, they've been outstanding so far. They're undermanned, they're on the road, they're coming off a couple of L's, but still a very quality outfit. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? If anything, you want to keep your bigs out of foul trouble for them right now and not pick up any unnecessary fouls, and some of that's out of their control. And Bowen's probably the only one they need to keep an eye on with 3. It'll be interesting to see if they start him in this third quarter.
Yeah, Bowen on 3 fouls, Darling on 2 fouls, Penhart Jr. on 2 fouls.
They already got him another percent.
Yeah. Yeah, they're listening. Liafa, a key figure like Hiram Harris.
Gorilla's my favorite mascot in the competition too. Can't tell me nothing. I mean, the Mountaineer, what do they call him, the abominable snowman. He's up there too.
Yeah.
Gorilla got some sick dance moves though, you know. Got a little bit of shake. I'd expect a massive second half here from the Saints. You know, they haven't been their best in that first half. Their last home game, heading into the playoffs. I'm very hopeful they'll leave everything out on the court these last 20 minutes.
Yeah, they'll need to. There's a lot to play for. However, you can see Max Darling is out there. So Bowen not starting in this third quarter.
Again, you don't want to, if you're the Saints, you don't want to have the opportunity to potentially make a final down the road and have to go to Cowles Stadium unnecessarily. You know, it's not where you want to go to play finals basketball.
Brown short of that 3, and now Harris.
I like this pace off the first position.
A nice little
in the paint.
Little fake there from Liafa, sucked in Darling, and that has caused a timeout straight away.
That is a gangster timeout from the young 26-year-old Quinn Clinton, but I like it. He's drawing his line in the sand early. You know what I mean? He's saying that is not good enough, fellas. This is not what we spoke about. We're not gonna start the half like this.
Well, and it's also thrown it right back in the Saints to, you know, Aaron Young's now got the challenge of trying to say something to his team. But this is just the end of it. Of course, there was a low percentage 3-point attempt at the other end of the court.
No, I like it, man. You know what I mean? Why not? I'm sure they just spent 10 minutes speaking about no letdown, and then you come out the first 19 seconds and it's letdown. It's like, we're going to talk about this right now.
Oh, it's a quality outfit, isn't it? This Canterbury team, I'm sure they're not going to need much more encouragement from Coach Clinton to get things right from here.
They're missing a tall black. They're missing one of the top junior prospects at the World Under-19s. They're missing 2 more of their juniors at the New Zealand Under-16s. Yeah, they've got some crazy depth over there.
Yeah, Tarford and Kate, man, he's going to be a prospect.
He already is.
He's only 15. Here's Brown working away on Harris again. Now McDonald.
Pass.
Torrey Smith-Milner just had to wait just for that little fraction, but still gets the 2 points, 13 points and 10 rebounds for Torrey Smith-Milner.
You're not sure if that was deflected, but it got there at the end. And beautiful little play from the Rams, steadying the ship out of that timeout for Coach Clinton.
Well, we saw Liafa really be a threat at the three-point line against Hawke's Bay. Darling is fouled by Muzinski, but Liafa tonight is 1 for 7 from three-point line.
Yeah, love to see him being aggressive. It hasn't got it going yet in his 100th from the perimeter, but would love to see him continue to attack the ring and get some pressure on the defense that way and continue to facilitate. And is always a pest defensively, Isaiah. That was a nice play by Max Darling just to get himself going. Had the shot block of Muzinski on the perimeter and just straight line blow by for almost and one, but a couple free throws.
Darling is just got 2 points, both from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in this game. That lead is now 14. That's the biggest lead of the game.
And Max Darling did get the start this half with Bowen on 3 fouls for the Rams, but so interchangeable, so deep, no one really even notices.
Exactly. Liafa. Saints back to this hesitant offense. Harris.
Aggressive defense from the Rams here in the quarter court, not being passive with this lead, getting after it.
Well, Liafa with a deep 2 to salvage something.
That's the longest right foot, right hand floater you'll see in a long time. Tough shot by Isaiah. Great
Turned
D.
over.
Hands in the passing lane, and this is where I like him playing with. He's so fast, he beat the camera down the court.
He did. His shadow couldn't keep up with him there.
That was awesome. And finds his running mate Muzinski for stop the clock, couple of free throws. So exactly what you spoke about, Glenn, just taking advantage of stops and trans and forget about playing slow and trying to execute, man. Let's get some momentum going, some rhythm this way and build some confidence and get some excitement in the building, get this crowd up a little bit.
Well, might not just fire up Liafa, but this man here too, Nick Marshall, the former Adelaide 36ers, now on the move to Tasmania.
Oh, okay, Tasmania, okay. That's good, because like we spoke about, minutes going to be hard to find up in Adelaide from the guards they got up there.
Marshall at the line, he's starting to get going now. That was his 10th point.
Sean McDonald won a championship up in Tasmania. It was big in that run for them. Most improved player, I believe.
Marshall with 5 from 6 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. That lead back to 10. Here is McDonald. Teammate, of course, Walter Brown, another Tasmanian jack jumper, and there is a foul from Ngatai. He doesn't like that one.
I love that by Hiram Harris, just huddling his teammates, and that's what we spoke about. You know what I mean? Playing through adversity, being connected. And Jordan had it. He easily could have contested that, but there's no point. You know what I mean? And I was never great at that. Casey's probably gonna message me saying that's the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean? And he's right. But whoa, was that an air ball free throw?
Was.
That must have been a slip. But I love that, just huddling, getting on with the next play mentality.
Short there too.
Not sure what happened there. McDonald is great shooter.
Someone moved the hoop back. Gasly Liafa goes for 3.
That would have been a big 3 if he made that one.
Definitely not to be though. Sean McDonald again, turned over. Canterbury getting a little sloppy in possession now as we see Marshall come down court. There's Harris posting up here on Brown.
Likes this matchup.
Oh, blocked by Brown.
That was interesting. He had a strong hand, the left hand hook, and
another turnover from Canterbury. Harris just keeps his feet. Nice pass from Muzinski.
Beautiful. I'm not sure what happens to McDonald here the last couple plays. Like the Monstars came down and took his basketball powers away for a couple possessions. He's normally way more switched on. Look like he's back to it now.
It's Darling.
Great D by Jordan Ngatai, the wing. Pass.
Beautiful into Darling. And Darling, that is just tailor-made for 2 points.
He looked like so strong down there, Max Darling. when he gets down there. It's like he's almost got to compose himself not to injure anybody when he goes up for some of those finishes.
Liafa.
Playing off this pin down action again, the Saints into this on ball. Good find.
Mazinski. Good defense by Darling, though.
He needs those, Mazinski. If we're the Saints, we need to put them in. Great catch in the smile.
Isaac. It's a good stop by the Saints. Sharpened up defensively again in these last couple of minutes. Boy, they need to. Here's Marshall again.
See some bodies ready to sub in. A few tired bodies here in the third.
Natai. In fact, that's Mazinski, rather. That is his first 2 points of the game.
And that's one of his great spots there around that free throw line, that little pick and pop jump shot that he's got. So great signs for Mazinski getting going here.
McDonald. Well read by Liafa.
That's 3 quick turnovers for McDonald.
Woo! Isaiah Liafa picks up the end one.
Yeah, well, this momentum that we were talking about, Glenn, you know what I mean? Turning defense into offense, and it hasn't really been a whole lot of execution. It's been defensive stops and playing with pace and transition. And even though I said I like that early timeout by Coach Clinton, you know, and that was kind of a rev-up timeout to give them a blast, you know, they might need that one here. It's a 6-point game, and he's only got two timeouts left for the whole rest of the game, so big call.
Was a big call, wasn't it? Now Liafa for the 3-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, and there it is.
I love this by Isaiah. Like you said, he's not shooting great from the perimeter, but he's locking up on D. He's controlling the pace on O. He's facilitating, so just what you ask of your point guard.
15 points for Liafa, lead back to 5 for Canterbury.
Keslow Evans Jr. and Sam Gold checking in here for the Rams, and for the Saints, and Kyle Bowen back in for the Rams. Another stop for the Saints.
Just sticking to Canterbury as Liafa, and that's tipped out of court by McDonald. Still going to be Saints ball.
You could see Isaiah Senior hit Bowen in front of him, and that basically means he cannot foul at all. So you're going to be super aggressive with whoever he's marking right now for these last 5 minutes, 30 of the half. Going to try and put him on the young fella Sam Gold and save him.
Evans, Liafa, beautiful stuff from Isaiah Liafa.
There's another foul on CJ Penn.
Yeah, that'll be his third, I think, there.
And it was. He had his hand on his hip, and Isaiah just felt that contact, heard the whistle, and great at getting into that runner off 1 foot and finding the glass, them soft rims there on TSB. It's a shooter's building. Ooh, that would have been good if that one went in.
I know.
Basketball is a game of runs. You can feel the momentum shift. You can see it right in front of you. Less than 5 minutes played, and it's all Saints right now.
Remember, that lead was as high as 14 for Canterbury.
And really, it's all Isaiah, sorry, Glenn, to cut you off. It's the defense and the transition push.
It's been phenomenal in this third quarter.
Man, that's a ticky-tack foul at this stage of the game.
It's on Evans.
Again, love the response. I'm more frustrated than they are right now. You know what I mean? They must have spoke about it at the half, being a little bit more connected, you know, next play mentality. Leave the referees alone and get on with it.
Isaac gives it to Bowen, who's out there on 3 fouls. Another foul by Evans.
Bowen did what he was supposed to do there, got the switch on the smaller guard and just ducked in on him, and Kaz was forced to foul, unfortunately, for the Saints. Rams are in the bonus here? No, I'm sorry, they've only got 3 fouls.
Ooh, what about that from Sean McDonald?
Big hit, struggled for the last couple minutes, but you give him space on the 3-point line and he's going to punish you.
15 points, Jordan Natai. There's Natai with a big bucket to keep the Saints right there.
Right back at you from Jordan Natai. He's been playing great for them the last couple games, and no call on the charge at the point of attack, and Jordan gets the easy 3.
McDonald. Oh, it's back-to-back baskets for Sean McDonald.
You can tell he shot that thing with confidence in that little mid-range pull-up after hitting that 3. Feeling good right now, McDonald. Got his confidence back.
Ty looking for Sam Gold, not finding him that time. Now he needs help.
Great D by Bowen with the 3 fouls. See Max Darling ready to check back in with Walter Brown.
Shot clock down to 5 here for Evans. He's lost it. No foul, and here's Canterbury with more possession. Torrey Smith-Milner. He's away. Just felt like momentum was swinging back to the visitors just for a second there. That had fallen for sure.
It is with that three-point ball now so prevalent in the game. It's such a tide turner with the rhythms and the runs.
Ooh, Caslow Evans with a big three.
And there it is right there. The three ball makes it a two-point game just like that. Could have been 8 the possession previous for the Rams, but it's back to 2 just like that for the Saints.
Nice find into Kyle Bowen, and there's a foul by Muzinski.
You can see Muzinski talking to Isaiah. Isaiah kind of hollered at him about a second or 2 earlier to get there on that catch, and he was late. And unfortunately, they'll pick up a foul. Probably should have been a charge. Bowen's had a tough night over here. He's been sitting most of the game, then he takes a good shot in his sternum. The referee just looks at him like, get up.
Saints have outscored the Rams by 10 in this third quarter. Didn't you say they were a three-quarter team? Third quarter team?
Hey, I appreciate you fellas making me look like I know what I'm talking about in this one. Saints now are in the bonus, so they'll have no fouls to give for the rest of the quarter. Rams have got 1 this last 3 minutes 25.
You've got to give me the lotto numbers for Saturday, mate.
I mean, I'm probably going to try save him, you know what I mean? I'll look out for you.
No, but you won it last week.
My shout of...
Here's Harris. Spread the love, man. Here's Natai.
Like this by Geordie being aggressive. He knows Bowen's got 3 fouls.
Oh, nicely done by Canterbury. Yeah, here comes Sean McDonald. Enhart Jr. Interesting lineup Canterbury have got on at the moment as we see in turnover possession. They've got all their big guys on the court at the same time. Darling, Bowen and Enhart Jr.
The opposite of small ball, and Enhart Jr. couldn't have got better positioning there. Had 2 feet in the smile. Would like to see him go up and put that thing on the ring. Tried to force that little pass to Bowen, and it's a turnover, Saints ball.
Harris. Marshall. Ooh. He's lost it. Didn't treasure the ball enough. McDonald's got it.
Just forcing a little bit on that first side action for the Saints, and another turnover. Oh, good find.
Back to McDonald. Nice. And that's a strong finish from Kyle Bowen. That took skill.
Beautiful basketball. Beautiful little pocket bounce pass from Sean McDonald to his Aussie mate.
Oh, Harris has been called for the charge.
Oh, man. If the one on Bowen wasn't a charge, I thought he got a little bit of hip on that. That's an offensive foul, so it won't be shooting fouls for the Rams. It'll be ball out from the side.
See another look at it here.
That is not a charge. I'm sorry. But that's probably making up for the one that he took previous. So the basketball gods shine in his favor for the first time this evening. Mr. Bowen, Kaz Evans Jr. and Hiram will take a blow here.
Bowen's got 2 points.
Hiram visibly frustrated. Plays with a lot of passion. Love that about him.
Bowen again over to Isaac.
Got them guards back in like you were asking for, Glenn. Beautiful snake.
Short of the shot. Isaac's so deadly early in the match. Now he's gone icy cold on 10 points. He got all those 10 points pretty much in the first quarter. There's Liafa. Leading scorer for the Saints with 18 in the game.
Oh, that's a bad 4th foul by Bowen. Just caught jumping on a 3-point contest, which is not what anybody needs. Came down on Isaiah and committed that foul. That'll be the 4th for the Rams, putting them in the bonus as well. Oh. Say Bowen will go and sit down. Frustrating one for him this evening, but great signs for the Rams. You know, pretty much your best big's been sitting the whole evening. You're up 4 on the road.
Gold for 3. Brown with the rebound.
So that one came out hot and flat. Good D. It's great D there for our young guards. If you're watching Isaiah Liafa, just unscreenable on that.
Smith-Milner.
Oh.
Oh, Great rebound. Oh, he stood on the baseline, Marshall. That's unlucky.
He missed that one, Glenn, but how easy does Tohi shoot those threes?
Yeah,
it's like he's shooting at the little arcade games that I play with my sons at Archie Bros.
Zach. Very good at those, aren't we?
I mean, they kill me at those, man.
Really?
Like, yeah, I've got all sorts of excuses nowadays, but yeah, they're
Hard
pretty
rims.
good, man. They're pretty
Frame
good.
the rims, man. Jeez, Zach.
Oh, he's wide
Round
open.
for three. Sam Gold with the rebound. Just over a minute to play.
You can see what the Rams are doing. Whoever Mazinski's marking, they're just flaring them out, making them come out of the paint.
Oh, Isaiah Liafa rattles one in. He's got 21. And it's back to one. What a comeback by the Saints.
Big hit. 1 for 7 before that, I think, from 3, but biggest one all, the only one that counts to cut this thing to a single-point ball game.
Would the Saints take the lead into the last quarter? Penhart Jr. Oh, that's a finish.
Yes, over the league leader. Passed up one earlier when he was right by the ring for a turnover, but didn't make the same mistake then. Tough left-hand finish.
8 points for the American for Canterbury.
Had a little 2 for 1 here, but they
After
will
feeling
take
it. It's away that time, and now Canterbury can reassert themselves with these last 20 seconds.
They'll play for the last position here, the Rams. They won't want to give the Saints another shot with the shot clock off. So they'll bring Tohi into this on-ball screen. Trying to get Mazinski out the paint as well. You can see that here.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. And Isaac's not going to get the shot away in time. So it's going to be a 3-point game. The Saints have done super good to come right back into the smash. They were down by 12 at the half. They're down by 3, 64-61. It's a grandstand finish coming up with this game. Stick around here on Sky Sport.
It's the last time of the regular. Listen to the vote. Ooh, look at this placement of win. Man, if you got that. Give it up for Luca, ladies and gentlemen. Together, you want to go? You want to go that way? Look at him. Does that mean you get another one? One more? One more. Come on, McKellar. Next season. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Luca. Taking the call back there for supporting the McGillis Zilla. H2 three-quarter time this season. Oh, I love it. I love it, McGilla. You big athlete. Last quarter. Round 16. Last regulation home game.
64-61 to the Canterbury Rams. Outscored by 9 in that quarter, 24-15 as the Saints came right back into this contest. It doesn't look to be any panic. You would expect there to be any in that Canterbury team. They are the two-time defending champions. Here's the large pepperoni for $29.99. Just get into that using that QR code. That offer's valid at Sellers until next Tuesday. Valid for a week.
And that man that was just on the camera there, Isaiah Liafa, in his 100th game, he was the difference for me in turning this thing around in the third. Glenn, just his defense, he's got 5 steals. The pace he played with on offense got out to 21 points and a timely 3 at the end of the quarter as well.
Yeah, but the Rams hung on. That lead, remember, was only 1 at one point. Now Liafa. Rotation out to Harris. Well defended, though, by Canterbury as Mazinski nails it from the free throw line.
Yeah, the world's longest push shot. Beautiful there by Mazinski, and nice to see him getting comfortable. And Bowen having to start again on the bench for the Rams, picking up his 4th late in the third quarter there with a ticky-tack one. So big loss for the Rams.
Harris, little stab, almost paid off for the Saints. Shot clock down to 6 here for Isaac again. Darling.
Oh, it's tough.
Oh, it's missed. Hard luck for Max Starling. Here comes Liafa again.
Beautiful.
Oh, Natai needed the clean catch there.
That's when they're at their best. You can evidently see it. When Isaiah's pushing that thing down the pipe, you know, 2-3 dribbles with pace. It's like butter right now. The defense is just opening right up. Saints get whatever they want. See a little bit of fatigue from the Rams right now. Not playing with the same kind of pop they had the first 2.5 quarters.
That's missed as well.
And that's kind of an uncharacteristic, you know, offensive set for them. Not getting through a whole lot. And CJ Pena looking like he's ready to check back in. Isaiah's got the big man out top.
Here's Harris.
Oh,
Oh, nice recovery from Brown. And Canterbury have got it.
great hustle by Brown, not only on the recovery, but on the loose ball as well, staying with it. Outstanding effort player, 1%er guy.
And Brown is blocked by Mazinski.
League leader in blocks. Rim protecting again for the Saints.
So the Saints have it again.
Game's just slowed down here in this fourth.
Oh, and there's a foul by Darling. Saints have only led once in the game. Lindsay, was the first basket of the game.
Substitution for the Saints.
Hey, and that's cool, man. We only need to lead one more time as well. When the
Crazy,
clock
eh?
goes to triple zeros, we'll take it. I think they got Kyer Isaac on that one, just half beat late on the catch, and Isaiah threw a real low bounce pass to Mazinski. Did pretty good to hold on to that thing, but foul on the Rams, first for the quarter.
Yeah, Isaac's that's his first foul.
He'd way take that over one of his bigs catching one right now.
Exactly.
Sean McDonald, 17 points, 10 assists already, a double-double.
And of course, we saw Tohi Smith-Milner get the double-double before half-time, but he hasn't really added. In fact, he hasn't taken a rebound in the second half.
Again, a little bit of that fatigue we spoke about for them. Having a bit of foul trouble for their bigs, so Tohi has to do a lot more defensively. Oh, great attack.
Liafa
Great find.
determined, aren't they, to get that three. Mazinski, good offensive rebound. Natai. There's Gold in the corner. Oh, big basket there from Sam Gold.
It's kind of a broken play and missed the one previous, but big shot from the youngster there.
The
Confidence.
Saints hit the lead for the first time since early in the first quarter.
You can see their bench, you can hear it in the building. They're up and momentum's all with the Saints right now.
Denhart Jr. and Mazinski smashed him. Denhart Jr. to the line to shoot two.
You like that if you're the Saints, you just lose your lead, so you come down and get a good look from your big at the ring and force the referees to make a call.
Second foul of the game for Nick Mazinski.
Listen to you, Wellington.
So that's going to send Penhart Jr. to the line. 5 from 6 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in the game now.
Coach Aaron Young trusting his Sam Gold, his bench, his young fellas here late in the season, late in the game of meaning.
Oh, that was his second three, by the way. And Isaiah Liafa leading the game MVP. A good half toll down the stretch of this game. Oh, McDonald almost with the steal there. As we have a tied ball game with 7 left. 1 versus 2. Doesn't get better than this, Lindsay.
Winning time.
Two teams in the country going at it here.
Winning time in the game, winning time in the season.
Liafa with another three-pointer. That's his third of the game, and he has 24.
He's loose right now. You can see he's super confident, and not only on the push, but on the perimeter as well. Second three.
Biggest lead of the game now for the Saints.
Ihaka Kate getting some big minutes as well with Bowen in foul trouble down the stretch.
Junior's not going to get the roll. And here comes the Saints again.
CJ Penhart Jr. in the back of the...
Oh, yes, there's the N1. Fire those guns, Isaiah.
There's our man, straight on the push, right down the middle. No offense needed, man. Primary break, but off that rebound, CJ Penhart looked like he pulled up with a cramp. So it meant that they one man behind the ball, and not sure if they've got a timeout here, but great push. Straight line blow by on Tohi. Foul on McDonald and one. Crowd loves it. Oh man, that might be the world's worst cramp ever. They got Come on, my bro.
I need you.
Had the whole team out there for him to catch a cramp now.
Put your hands together for CJ Pena, ladies and gentlemen.
Hopefully he's okay.
I hope it's just a cramp.
Yeah,
for
well, I was
real.
just thinking, what is it actually a cramp?
Hopefully he's done nothing serious because he's a massive part of this team. Massive part. Really hope there's nothing serious going on with him.
Well, this Saints domination has continued. They've outscored the Rams 10-2 so far in this quarter. Hart Jr. looks like he's battling. Don't like the look of that. Let's see what happened here. Oh,
I think that is a cramp.
Yeah.
And again, missing, you know, two of their main rotation guys. So even if it's not positional, they're being asked to do a little bit more than they normally would right now, the Rams. And that'll be on a weekly basis as well at training. And the last 2-3 weeks have been a bit heavier than normal.
Three-point play completed from the Chemist Warehouse stripe by Liafa. And there's McDonald getting a foul out of his Aussie buddy, Nick Marshall.
Quietly just jumped out to a little 6-point lead here, the Saints. Great start to this fourth after a real solid third. And that's smart by McDonald, you know. Same thing, just getting downhill, forcing the referee to make a call, stopping the clock, getting to the line, get the opportunity to get your defense set.
By the way, Liafa's on a season's high score here for himself personally, 26 points. That's eclipsed the 24 he got against the Tuatara back late last month to Lindsay.
That's exactly what you'd expect of a player of his caliber. 100th game at home. You know, no McDonald. Shea's obviously gone for the season. You're going to tell that Isaiah's going to come out and stand up, and he's done that. He's doing that right now.
2 from 2 there for the Rams.
Some great guard play this evening.
Sure has. And all different styles of play too, isn't it?
It is. It's like in boxing, different styles. You're right. I like that. A little zone action here like you normally see from the Rams. Extended pressure into some zone just to give you a different look. Playing with fire, though, because Saints have found themselves from the perimeter.
There's Gold again for 3. Oh, that was close for another one. Smith-Milner's had it smashed out of his hands, and Marshall can't get the putback.
Great effort by Marshall, unlucky there.
Well, great effort from Smith-Milner as well.
Absolutely, to stay with the play. And it's a physical screen.
McDonald rattles one in, a big basket there for Canterbury. And we are back to a 1-point game with 5:50 left. Oh, this game just keeps on giving.
He's quality McDonald, you know what I mean? He started off on fire and went through a slightly tough patch there in the third, but he's definitely found himself just when they need him. And huge screen by Tohi. I'm not sure why Marshall went under. I'm pretty sure Coach Young's going to have a cordial with him in the timeout about that. Getting disconnected from his body, but big hit from McDonald to make this a 1-point game. Just over halfway through the fourth quarter. Winner gets potentially, winner's a 1. Winner's 1. If you're the Saints,
well, you
position yourself for the Rams to do the same thing.
Yes, if you've just joined the broadcast, we can tell you, of course, if Wellington win, they will secure top spot for the playoffs. Both teams have home court advantage as the top 2 teams. The Saints would secure the #1 seed, which means they go all the way to final. It'll be in Wellington. But if Canterbury win this game, they'll then join Wellington at the top of the table with 15 wins, with 1 game to play against the Franklin Bulls. If they win that, then they'll go to 16-4 to finish the regular season, and Wellington will be 15-5. So it all comes down to 5:50, these last 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
Not to write off the Bulls either, Glenn. I don't want to be one of those guys. Like, they're going to be a hungry team, whoever they have to put out there. If they've got injuries or not, they're going to be fighting for, you know, their basketball season. So that'll be a dogfight.
Bulls need a win to get into the top 6.
Here's that extended pressure. Like, they'll go back into a zone again for the Rams. Was successful for them on the last possession. All kind of 1-2-2 or 3-2 type action.
Liafa tries to work off Mazinski. And there he goes again, Isaiah Liafa. 30 points in the game. His 4th 3-pointer.
That's what you potentially give up. You know, in the zone, those long perimeter contested looks. And Isaiah's on a heater in the second. You know, last quarter and a half, he's been on fire.
Hardly missed. Beautiful pass. No, it's been stolen by Muzinski.
Yeah, and he put that thing on the ground, which takes a little bit more time. And turnover.
Yafa. He is just He's got it going on, man.
He's got Bowen out here with 4 fouls on him. I'll expect Isaiah to be aggressive on this. You don't need no screen.
Liafa. Short this time, and Bowen's got the ball for Canterbury.
Just a little heat check there.
Bowen, the Rams still right there. Brown.
Oh, good
Nice pass into Bowen. Fantastic finish there for the Saints from Liafa and from Musinski.
More rim protection from Musinski, and Bowen's pulling his hair out there. He thought he got fouled, and he spent most of his game sitting on the bench with foul trouble, so might have been right. Max Darling looked like he's about to check in. Great.
Great read there from McDonald.
Beat him to the spot.
Here's a big three-point attempt from Isaac. He gets it. Oh, this game is fantastic.
Wait,
Canterbury just
foul on Jordan?
Away.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Glenn. In basketball, bro, like no lie, after this is nothing, bro. Like no lie, this is just a play on. Like, sorry, bro.
Wow.
I don't agree. Not at this stage of the game, not at this stage of the season. Like, let him play.
Exactly.
That was his 4th foul as well.
Yes, Darling almost losing his footing.
Max looked like he got something going on as well with his lower body right now.
Isaac.
Great D by Musinski in this last quarter, man. He's been outstanding, just being big, walling up, rim protecting or altering shots, and you can tell he's tired, but he's battling, man.
Here's Natai on the reverse. 2 more for the Saints.
He thinks he got fouled as well after that one previous, and it looks like Max might be cramping up as well. That point guard vision I hit you with, Glenn. You know what I mean?
I hear you, man.
Just that, you know what I mean? That load on this undermanned team just starting to add up, and hopefully that young man is all right as well. CJ Penho's had to sit down with some lower leg action going on.
Look, Darling can't stay with Jordan Natai there.
It was almost like he tried to foul him on purpose, to be honest.
Owen continues on 4 fouls.
Don't really have any option, you know. CJ's had to go sit down. Max has had to go down. They have to play Bowen.
Marshall's been called for a foul there. They've still got talent there with Smith Milner back into the game.
Oh man, they've still got 2-3 Tall Blacks on the court, and the guy that played for the Boomers, yeah, they're good. Ain't nobody crying for the Rams right now, Glenn. That's for sure.
Oh, especially if this one goes in. Harris. Chance for the Saints here to get 2 baskets clear. Now Liafa. Amazing in the second half. 30 points for him.
Being the difference in the game.
Marshall, great footwork. Nick Marshall.
I am very timely for Mr. Marshall there. Getting him up to 13 and a very, very timely basket. Saints in the bonus.
Oh, Bowen close to a 3 there. And tipped back into the hands of Musinski.
Not sure about that shot by Bowen. Probably just forcing a little bit, trying to get himself going in the game. Less than 3 minutes left. Great find.
Oh, Harris drives in from the car park. Can't nail it though, and Brown has it for Canterbury.
Great hustle by the Rams. They're staying with it. This 5-point ball game. Oh, he kept his pivot foot down.
Smith Milner now with some action off the ball, and who's going to pick up that foul?
Little WrestleMania action out here. Bodies flying everywhere, man. Landing on their shoulder
Royal
blades.
Rumble.
They're getting after it out here.
It's Bad News Brown.
Bad News Brown. That was my guy.
Can try and pick up who the foul is. It's Musinski. You're dragging.
Wait, that's just a little headlock.
Yeah,
Poor Bowen has had an
headlock.
evening, man. Right? You just got a choke slam from the back.
Well, let's have a timeout to settle it all down. With the Saints up by 5.
Big foul there because it's
that has to be the
bonus.
that just has to be the comment of the year, folks. Just a little headlock. Brilliant.
It is a bonus foul though, big one, because could cut this lead to 3 one-possession game. And also Musinski, another foul as well. Jordan Natai with 4 to be aware with if you're the Saints.
Oh, Isaiah Liafa at 63%, 30 points, 5 steals, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. but he has put the team on his back, particularly in the second half.
Just to mention down the stretch here, Bowen obviously with 4, Ngatai with 4, but Hiram Harris with 4 as well. So in a 2-position game, really important. Saints in the bonus. Rams have got 2 fouls to give before they get into the bonus. But dealing with a little bit of injury issues or, you know, fatigue potentially with CJ Penha, a bit banged up right now, and also Max Darling looked like he's got something going on with his lower body.
Yeah, whether we'll see them again in this game. No. We're not going to see them for the meantime. Isaac comes back out on court.
Yeah, hopefully both of them are fine. Been great players the whole season and big parts for this team, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially down the stretch heading into a meaningful, really meaningful game. So
2 shots here for Kyle Bowen. 67% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this season. Melbourne United player from last year. Second one is good, so back to a 4-point game. McGillis pumped up.
Interesting here, they've taken the ball out of Isaiah's hands. They're going to play him off the basketball. Maybe look at getting him involved that way.
Ngatai back to Liafa now. Nice pass, Mazinski! Thanks for coming.
For you again, man. You know what I mean? But no, there it is. Get Isaiah into that little action with Mazinski, and beautiful pocket pass for the throwdown, the dunk.
6-point lead.
Oh, good find. Oh, they won't get a better look than that.
2 minutes to play. Canterbury now running against the clock. Liafa. Marshall got it back somehow.
You can see Jordan
Ngatai, very nice in the corner. Tipped into the hands there of McDonald. Still a chance for Canterbury here.
Great push.
Isaac. It was away. It was a rushed shot, that one.
I don't know about that shot. Struggled a little bit in the second half, and he had Walter Brown wide open in the corner. Even if he wasn't going to shoot it, he could have attacked the ring.
Mazinski with another big play.
With the raise the roof on him. And Saints bench love it over there. He's got that push shot on radar. Hey, I love that from Mazinski. You know, things haven't been easy for him this evening, but he's been playing D, first to the floor, rim protecting, and being rewarded for his efforts with some big baskets here in the second half for the Saints. Potential to help them wrap up the regular season here tonight.
He's been fantastic in the second half. He's got 8 points and 5 rebounds, and they've been tough.
Yeah, and again, you know, you speak about not letting your offense affect your defense and things of that nature, especially if you're an import. You know, sometimes they get caught up in numbers, and he hasn't done that at all. He's been outstanding in the second half.
Here's that mixandpick.com, supported by Good Health. Again, 69% for Isaiah Liafa. He's still on 30 points, but perhaps the most impressive thing is that Canterbury lead was 14 at one stage. And the way they were marshalling their way through, or navigating their way through this first half, it was very impressive by the Saints, but by the Rams rather, but fair play to this team here.
Yeah, a lot of grit, a lot of resilience, and you love to see that from the home team on the road against a powerful outfit like the Rams. But, you know, again, to mention, CJ Peña's had to step out with something going on with his lower leg, same as Max Darling, and they're already down Tama Isaac and Taylor Britt. So tough ask for the Rams here on the road, coming off back-to-back losses. I don't know the last time you would have heard them drop 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a couple years.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that they're there yet. Minute 30 is an eternity in the game of basketball. 8-point game. It's far from over right now. Just momentum heavily in the favor of the Saints.
Well, Canterbury need to score now in every possession, which is possible. Got some sharpshooters out there. Smith Milner.
You can see they're very aware of him right now.
Brown. Mid-range jumper is no good. That might just about be enough.
Yeah, might start looking to foul on purpose here, the Rams, because there's still 2 fouls from the bonus, so it can be real aggressive going for steals. Don't really have anything to lose. And it's kind of nice to be close to the bonus.
And the Saints are in no hurry to put this up.
No, great time and score. Clock awareness from Isaiah Liafa. You wouldn't expect anything different.
It's the steal from Bowen. Brown and the foul mid-court by Liafa. It's just a second.
Rams will shoot though because they're in the bonus.
And now Brown hobbling a little bit.
It looked like he took a bang on the knee there. Again, it's kind of that war of attrition. If you're the Rams, you've got 2 guys down, then 2 guys go down during the game, then before you know it, you're taking a few bumps, and it's tough to finish out strong.
Brown's a very good free throw shooter. He's a plus 80% man from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
So you'll see the Rams extend defensively here and get aggressive. Saints got to get organized with this press break and get the ball to their best ball handlers.
Full press coming here from Canterbury. Liafa. Natai. Nice. Mazinski. Under serious pressure from Sean McDonald, who concedes the foul.
And a smart foul, they've got to do that, you know what I mean? They've got to go for fouls and at least try and get into the bonus if they want to play the free throw game here. But my preference has always been to go for steals and try and get the basketball. Then if you don't have anything, kind of follow through and foul without taking any time off the clock. Try and get their worst free throw shooters at the line.
There's another foul mid-court by Smith-Milner.
Even there, let about 3 seconds go off that they didn't necessarily need to, if you are going to play the foul game. Next one will be bonus. Both teams will be shooting for the last 41.
Liafa to inbound it. Almost standing on. There's another turnover for Canterbury. It's still here for Canterbury. Smith-Milner. Bowen! Back to 4 with 33 left.
Sloppy there from the Saints to finish out. Got to finish their breakfast.
He's under pressure. A foul, I think, by Kai Isaac. Ooh, this game is still.
And again, no lie, Glenn, that's sloppy as well. Like Hiram kind of catches it right in a corner. We call that coffin corner in basketball. You want to stay out of the corners and away from halfway, and you just throw it to your big there, and he picks the ball up. He's lucky that he got bailed up with a foul that easily could have been a turnover in the backcourt. 4-point game. So got to tighten up and finishing these games if you're the Saints. Great finish to the quarter, the half, sorry, but they got to tighten up to finish out.
Love the fight from the Rams though here. Down by 8 with a minute to play. Cut it in half. Oh, Harris gets the roll off the rim.
You just see him shoot that there on his left shoulder above his heart. He's got Kevin Braswell's initials with the heart, man. The big part of Aotearoa basketball over here. Shout out KB.
Harris from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Good for the second as well. He's got 15. Here comes Canterbury.
Free throws win ball games.
Canterbury with Brown.
Mazinski.
Blocked by Mazinski. Bowen has it though. There's the shot from McDonald. Tipped, and it's Harris. 16 to play, 4 in front. Desperate now for Canterbury.
Play a timeout.
Nicely done as Liafa got it down under that 14 seconds. Beautiful, smart play there from Liafa.
Real smart and great awareness from player and coach there. You could see them both screaming for that timeout. It's loud in that building. And they're going to come down here and have to look after this ball. Had a couple of sloppy turnovers off out of bounds late. And this is a great time to work on your end of game execution, especially heading into the playoffs with the #1 seed by the looks of things for the Saints. Nobody would have picked that a month ago. No. Rams were running through everybody.
The Saints are set for their 7th straight win to end the regular season.
Outstanding effort, Coach Young, the Mills Fano, and all of the Saints players out here to finish the season. Well done.
Especially when they were down by 14 earlier on in this game. Now Natai has got another foul out of Smith-Milner.
You love that. I mean, we were speaking off air at the half, about just hoping that it would be a ball game.
Exactly.
Because Rams looked like they were going to, they were putting it on them, and Saints have come out here and really shown a lot of grit, and they've been a lot more connected in the second half, so something went right in that halftime speech.
Oh, it's amazing too what Liafa, you think about the explosion of pace and intensity and the perimeter shooting of him in particular, really did kickstart them.
It's beautiful, man. I mean, Zay played, I think he debuted when I was kind of in my prime, and I think he was like 15 or 16 years old, and it was not hard to tell he was going to be a phenom. Comes from great stock, and beautiful to see him at home in his 100th game stand up and light up the building.
I wonder if Ngatai deliberately missed that to soak up a bit more time on the clock. And who's going to get the inbound play here? There's going to be a foul on Isaac. There's been the decision by the officials.
It looked like it was a foul on the Saints.
No, Ngatai rather. The number 11. So one more chance here for Jordan Ngatai, who has fouled out with 11 points.
Great effort from Geordie tonight. 11 points. Hiram Harris chipping him with 13, Nick Marshall with 15, and Isaiah Leafa blowing the roof off the building with 30. A lot of them coming in the second half, playing with pace downhill. Timeout Saints. Just make sure they finish their breakfast here. Up 6 with less than 6 on the clock.
2 more points there for McDonald, by the way, from the Chemist Warehouse strike. And he has 24 points. He's leading the scoring for Canterbury.
Shout out that man in the back there, Phil Hartley, handing out the towels. He's been the manager since I've been there.
Wow.
Looking after the boys, man. Great dancer as well.
Really?
Yeah. Got the chicken leg. And again, these are great times here for you to work on your package in the game scenarios. You know, you often work on them at training, and they do it a lot, but nothing better than live game situations. Locked in over there. Toops is locked in.
They all are. The Saints just 5.9 seconds away from securing top seed for the playoffs.
Didn't get to see the 2 bigs come back for the Rams, so again, thoughts and prayers out to them, and hopefully that they're fine heading into the last round, the last game, and also, most importantly, the playoffs.
Indeed, that is the big question, isn't it?
Long season to have them missing, you know, at this stage.
I know they're going to finish second at worst. As we close out this game, no, Brown's going to foul. One more time on Nick Marshall. So the Rams with this typical fight. Renowned 4. So that's the issue, isn't it? Penhar Jr., Darling, the process of getting them right. Then going into the playoffs is another little curly one for you, Lindsay, too, is 4 losses in a row if they lose to Franklin heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, not to get ahead of ourselves, but the Franklin game does become very important for them. You know what I mean? Not just for the wins and losses, but for the rhythm. So, yeah, Canterbury, I'm sure they'll regroup. You know what I mean? Watch the tape, do their best to get healthy and get some rhythm heading into the playoffs. Timeout, Coach Quinn Clinton.
(88-81), 7-point game. Quinn Clinton wanting to get things right for these last 4.3.
Big shout out to all our partners here at the Mills Alba Saints.
Same thing, every position counts, you know, all these points count and add up if you're the Rams. So Quinn Clinton making sure that his team's package is on point heading into the playoffs and finishing this game the right way.
Well, sometimes you learn more from your losses than your victories, Lindsay, and for Canterbury, it's probably one of those occasions.
Absolutely. The great philosopher Jay-Z once said, a loss is not an L, it's a lesson. And I believe that is right. You know what I mean? You always learn more in your losses. Let's be real. Most people go home after a win and they're not analyzing it the same way. That's just the nature of the beast. But you overanalyze things sometimes when you lose. So yeah, if you lose it right, a loss is not a loss, it's a lesson. And it can also be fuel in the fire, especially for a really deep, proud outfit like the Rams.
Well, let's see how they play out this last 4.3 seconds. Walter Brown to inbound it. Brown for 3. Oh, he nails it too to get it even a little bit tighter again. Lovely shot from Boulder Brown. And a foul with 0.2 of a second left on Liafa.
Don't know if they were trying to foul there by the bewildered look that they gave, but maybe they were, but can't really get a lot out of fouling with 0.2 on the clock apart from letting them extend their lead there.
Isaiah
will take it though, man. Get me up to 32 on my 100th, man. Why not?
Exactly. And he's missed only 2 free throws from the Kimiswe House stripe all game.
You might need to step back and shoot a 3 then. You've been on fire.
His career high was against the Rams back in 2020, 39. He's been brilliant in the second half. There it is. 2 more points for Isaiah Liafa, 90-84.
I'm pretty sure Hiram spoke to him about missing that one, and you've seen Zaya shake him off like, nah, bro, I'm making it. They can have their player timeout.
Yeah, exactly.
You can hear the Wellington crowd paying back for the efforts of their group, finishing out the regular season #1 and well in from this group. You see them in the playoffs for the run home.
Brown with the inbound play, and Bowen's not going to get that away in time, and it's victory for the Wellington Saints, and they have secured top seed in the Cells NBL for 2025, heading into the playoffs. Will finish the season 16-4. And win their 7th in a row to close out the season. What about Isaiah Liafa, the game MVP? He has finished with 32 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals. Well, that's it here from Wellington. We hope you enjoyed the game, and congratulations to the Wellington Saints. We quickly check out the matches to come. The Fire the Jets will get things kicking off tomorrow. And then we have the Giants and the Sharks on Thursday. Ears and the Nuggets on Friday, Hawks and the Tuatara on Saturday. That's it here from Wellington. Thanks for watching. Mā te wā.